say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, welcome to Some Random Guy Speaks. I'm your host, Tony Love, and things, we're about to get started today and things. I'm actually waiting on Deontay to come on here and things because we are going to be doing a live stream together and things. So I've already sent him the link and things. So it's been a little while since I had a guest up here. And I think the last time I had the great Omega, you know what I'm saying, on here. So I welcome you with warm embrace and things. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing up. And yeah, I'm just waiting on Deontay to show up in here. This one is special. It's going to be what we call the Black MAGA supporters and things. I'm just waiting on Deontay. Things said we're going to do it today at 6 p.m. I sent him the link, so I know he got in the link, so I'm just going to wait for him. But in the meantime, the show must go on and things. So as we're waiting on him and things, let's go ahead and do this here. Hey, how you doing? We got Jay, right? Jay in the house. We got Travia. Jay says, do you support trans people? You know what? I don't have any problems with people personally. You know what I'm saying? I do not have any problems with anyone, to be honest. You know, I don't watch Fox News. This is Rex Boy says. Well, this is not Fox News, so you're in luck. You know what I'm saying? But at any event, I'm waiting on my guest to show up here today, which he is also a Black MAGA supporter. And I have many more. I had my good friend Omega up here before. Speaking of Omega, I should have hit him up too, man, and have him to come up here and things, though, far as with Omega. I'm not for sure if he's working or not. But as I said and promised, the show must go on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let me see here. Yeah. Let me see here. See, I'm just going to text him. Yep. Let's see here. Right. I'm just checking up on him, man. I got to start reaching out. I ain't talked to him in a few months, actually. You know, but at any event, well, I wait on it. He could be out driving, you know. Let's see here. Hey, oh yeah, I remember you before Saul. Yeah, I remember you. You sent me a text message, man. I remember this guy here. He said embarrassing yourself. Hey, Saul, you are very, very triggered about me, aren't you? You took time out to actually send me a what is it a actual message. You know what I'm saying? You actually made a comment. You know what? I want to have you. This is what I want to do. You know, but I don't know if you have the discipline, Saul, to deal with me one on one. I don't know if you have the. I don't know if you even have the discipline. Are you a coward, or do you want to stand? Do you want to come? Are you a coward? Because I definitely need to know. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, we ain't going anywhere. Hey Saul, why don't you come up here, man, and debate me? How about that? But like I said before, here's the rules, Saul, and this is for anybody else. This is the rules. First of all, you cannot insult the host, right? If you do, you're out of here, you know? Number two, right? You cannot ask a question with a question. Number three, you cannot crash out, right? What about number four? You cannot change the goalpost, because we know how many of you libtards like to do. You like to change the goalpost. So those are the rules. Number five, you're not allowed to spam. So those rules are clear. I said it all the time, right? But I want you, Saul, to come up here and challenge me. This is for Saul. No, he said, come on. I want you up here, Saul. I want you to come up here, right? I want you to debate me, sir. We'll do mano a mano, man to man. I'll put the link down, but I want Saul to come up here because obviously Saul has a problem with what I have to say. He has a problem that I have support Trump. He has a problem because I'm black supporting Trump, right? He's in his own feelings. And I want to give anybody the floor. But how about you, Saul? Well, we're not, okay, this is what I'm going to do here, because this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to go through the texting war. Give me one moment. I'm going to sign in on my other account. Till my mom get here, I'm going to go ahead and take care of Saul permanently. Stay right there, Saul. I got you covered. Because I know you're a coward and all, you know what I'm saying? You're not man enough, obviously, to come up here and debate me one-on-one. Let's go ahead and get it off our chests. You know, back in the days, it was called throwing those hands. Since we can't do that, we're more civilized, I offer the debate. Since you don't want to do it, just give me one moment. I have to do it the hard way, get Saul out of here. Because one thing we're not going to do, we're not going to go and do this chat debate stuff. You're going to come up here like a man, or you can leave. But I'm going to do one for you better. Just give me one moment. Give me one moment. Let you know who's in control here. Now, I did give him the option. Gave Saul the option. He didn't want to do it because he's a coward. But that's okay, Saul. Hold on. I see you right here. This is what we're going to do. Right? We're going to go ahead and get Saul right up on out of here. Since he's a coward, and he's a coward, he don't want to come up here. I'm going to put Saul in a timeout. I'm going to give Saul a timeout. There we go. All right. Bye-bye, Saul. You're gone. Try to be nice. I tried to be nice. Sorry, Saul. You're gone. All right. So there that is. Anyone else? Right? I mean, the option is still open. You know what I'm saying? Right? The option is still open. See, we got some Trump supporters in here. I appreciate it. I had to get rid of Saul personally, you know. No hard feelings. He wouldn't come up here and debate me one-on-one. He just rather throw this crap and stuff. Jason Beatrice and Brian Reedy, man, welcome you guys to the chat. There's my mods. Yep. There is my mods. We got Wax Nightmares that are in the house. I remember you from yesterday. There we go. Yep. Got a special shout out for Jason Beatrice because he is a member. You know what I'm saying? A loyal member. I got Stewart. I got Brian Reed. I got a few of these guys that are loyal members. I'm waiting on Deontay. He got the text and everything. He said, let me see here. I'm actually in a bad position. Maybe next time. Okay, no problem though, Deontay. I know he's listening. Me and Deontay had a plan for today. We were going to do it, but we are going to do it. I think we're going to probably do it next week sometime because he gave me his times when he's going to be off. And no problem, though. No, let me put down here, let him know. No problem. No worries, no problem, Deontay. But we are going to get together. Yep. Yeah, better sub like everyone else picky up like, okay. Goku. Okay, right. Let me see here. And things. So I appreciate you guys on. Yep. I had to take care of some business offline yesterday. We get a couple of people that get a little bit excited and things. All right. What's going on here? All right. Let's try this again. Where is my... Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me do this here. Hold on for one moment here. I'm about to do a switch here for a minute because I had my guest window open, but it's okay. It is okay. Right, where is my other one here? Me and the guest. Right, I think this is one here. Okay, guys. All right, and you see me there, right? Okay, let's go ahead and hook this thing back up here. Just one moment. Just give me one moment here. There we go. All right, let's see here. No, didn't want to do that too. Just give me one moment, guys. Yeah, my settings, because I had to switch to another, but it's okay though. It's okay. Yep. All right. All right. Let's see here. All right. My overlays are changed and different. Is this the right setting? Hold on. That's the wrong one. Is it that one right here? Yeah, that is that one. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you for the likes.
Okay, yeah, that is the right one. Okay, hold on for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on for one moment. Okay, that is the right one there. Okay, I'm set it back up the way that it was because I liked it that one. There we go. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. So therefore, all right, let's get into it here. What is going on in the world first? Should we go there before we start getting into the black Trump supporters, Let me see here. We talked about this yesterday. There's so much going on in the news. Can you believe this, man? There's so much going on in the news. All right, let me see here. Right here, Trump to headline the Great American State Fair for a nation's 250th anniversary after artists drop out. I heard about this. Yeah, there's a lot of artists that are upset and butthurt because of Trump's appearance, right? I mean, they are, man, I'm going to tell you, man, we never seen this before in the history of our country, man. It lets you know what the left have been doing with these people, these dark money, right? These backers like Soros and Kessler and so many of them, man. Neville and them, you know what I'm saying? It's so many of them that have funded this this actual insurgency that they're trying to do. I mean, a lot of these celebrities ain't shit, to really be honest. Excuse my French, but I had to put it out there, though. You know what I'm saying? It says President Trump will be headlining the 250th anniversary celebration in the National Mall next month, replacing musical arts that withdrew from the Great American State Fair. Can you believe this? It says 5 of the 9 scheduled musical acts, like Bret Michaels, Melina McBride, withdrew this week, citing concerns about the events associated with Trump or its diverse nature. Isn't that something? Trump plans to replace the departing performers, right, with his own rally, posting the Truth Social that may take the place of these highly paid third-rate artists. That's what Trump said. Oh my goodness. He says other artists, including Vanilla Ice, Flo Rida, remain scheduled to attend. Good for them. While organizers insist the event organized by the Freedom 250 remaining nonpartisan. Freedom 250, right? 250 for that 250th year, right, of the America being here, led to a former State Department appointee. Confirmed Trump will personally kick off the historic celebration on Wednesday, June the 24th. Isn't this something? Right? So this is coming from Ground News, though, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I wanted to cover this yesterday, but I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and cover it today. Yep. And this is exactly what's going on. This is exactly what it is, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Boy, these people, man, are so hurt. They're so butthurt, man. Don't go away, man. Oh, my goodness. Just go away. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. Boy, I tell y'all, man, isn't this something, though, boy? But y'all see it here. It's in the headlines. So it's going to go down next month. And out of the, the ones that's going to be dropping off, hey, therefore they can get Kid Rock in there. They can get some others. They can get Tom McDonald. They can get him over there too. That actually just with those two showing up, it'll actually be really, really good. Boy, I tell you though. But yeah, we're about to get into the show. Let me take a look at the comments section though. Hold on for a minute. Oh boy. All right, hold on. Forgive me one moment. Got to get into the comments section. All right, see how's everybody doing. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn this I'm going to actually keep that interview thing off, just in case if someone else is feeling froggy that think they may want to come up here, Yep. Yeah, so you heard the guy. This guy is named Saul, man. He went on my channel, posted a comment, and he's very, very upset. He's upset with y'all, boy. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Let me see here what we have here. I don't want to catch up a little bit, but he's upset. He's all in his feelings, right? He act like he never seen a black Trump supporter before. He act like I'm the only one. It's so many of them. Everybody just don't wear their cap. We got Black Guy 9 in the house. Black Guy 9, right? Yep, there we go. Man, shout out to you, though, sir. I appreciate you for showing up. Yeah, though, ladies and gentlemen, but he got beside himself, man. I even offered for him to come up here to debate me, but he couldn't do it. I told him the rules, the 5 rules, right? That he's not allowed to crash out. He's not allowed to change the goalpost. He's not allowed to answer a question with a question, right? Or move the goalpost, right? He's not allowed to do these things, right? That's how hard is it? Is it that damn difficult to do that? You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness, boy. Is it that hard to do it? So I said this would be something fun to do for the black Trump supporters and Trump supporters alike. We are all the same. It's all America, right? This is exactly what it is. But they get upset. Oh, let me see. You got Old Timers back in the house. Let me see. He says, please, America, don't make fun of our president. He has a fragile. Oh, yeah, it is. Old Timer just kind of be slick dissing, though. I'm up on you, Old Timer. You've been in here before. You be slick dissing, man. He be slick. Hey, Old Timer. Yeah, let me ask you this, and things. Before we get started, though, what is your real problem with Trump, and other than you just throwing out stuff that don't have any relevancy? You know what I'm saying? I'm asking Old Timer right now. What is your problem with Trump, right? Because right now, you just been putting out things in here that's simply not true. I fact-checked you before, remember? You know what I'm saying? So are we just going to be throwing out stuff with no research, no type of this baseless rhetoric? Are we going to just do this type of stuff? Or are we going to come up with real facts? Right? And I'm asking you, Old Timer, if you can constrain yourself and have discipline about it, because, everybody is not built to debate. They get emotional, they get upset, they get the cussing and everything, which you're not allowed to do, right? You can't do that, because that'll get you out of here. So, old timer, please tell me, because I see you putting you putting comments in here which are simply not true. It's not even worth for me to even fact check them, because I know this ain't correct at all. And see, what old timer refused to talk about is how and why we are in a deficit in the first place. He act as if Trump is the reason for the deficit, and we already know that the deficit came from these low-down politicians that we call the Uniparty. That's pretty concise, right? For real, right? This is what ended up happening. But I noticed that they don't have any smoke as to who caused it, right? All the outsourcing of the jobs happened with Clinton, and it was actually earlier than Clinton. But when he created NAFTA, we started seeing the exiting of jobs overseas, right? Jobs over there that could have been in America that went to Canada. There wasn't no reason to send jobs to Canada or Mexico, old timer, right? You know what I'm saying? Since you don't want to come up here, right? That's the thing about it. So, old timer, we ain't going to go back and forth on the chat thing. You know what you can do. Do you want to come up here and debate me or about this, or what you want to do? Because we ain't got to keep going back and forth, old timer. We ain't got to do that. Is he still on? I don't even think he's still on. Yeah, that's all we're saying, though, Let's go ahead on and just be real about it. Right? That's the whole thing about it. The point, yeah, Trump is too moderate, yeah. But yeah, that's the thing about it, George. But see, old timer, you're speaking. Who are you talking to? You're not even talking to me. You're just talking. I asked you a question, right? Are we going to do this again, old timer? Are we going to really do this, man? Come on now. Because right now, wait, who is he talking to? Is he talking to you guys? He sure ain't talking to me. But yeah, we know about George Bush. He's one of the people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you got to talk about Obama, you didn't mention him, right? Biden, we can name all the presidents. What about going we can go way back 1913, Woodrow Wilson, and we can start going up from there. Let's go ahead and talk about that. Ever since the Federal Reserve was created, people were being taxed, right? Look what ended up happening. Outside of that, America didn't have to pay taxes. It was totally unconstitutional. Yeah, old timer ain't trying to have. He don't want that smoke. Old timer don't want that smoke, man. Because if he would have, I even offered him to come up. He don't want that smoke, man. It's all good. He don't want the smoke. And I get it. So there it is. Mm-hmm. All right, let's take a look at it here before we get started. Let's see here. Johnny says, Democrat policies are terrible for the economy and American citizens, 100%. See, Johnny knows something. We all do. We all been feeling this for a very, very long time. It's something that the Dems and the Uniparty try to convince us, right? When we started having inflation, we started seeing things go up. We started seeing jobs leave America. And this is something that the Dems don't want to have to explain. What they're trying to do is, as they always do, is BS policies that they put in effect in the first place, right? And look what ended up happening, right? The same people that sold my community out, the same damn people that shipped the jobs overseas and all the rest of this stuff, they absolutely have no smoke. For some of these people don't have no smoke for their own damn party that they voted for. This is not America, man. This is not how it's supposed to have been. First time since we have a president, which is Donald J. Trump, that is fixing stuff, as I mentioned yesterday, his income-based economy, right? People act like this is it. It's not. You guys got to remember, Trump only been in here for 2 years? We got 2 more years with this stuff, right? And he's doing a fantastic job under the circumstances of what they have done. Do you realize when Biden was in there for the 4 years, they done a lot of, basement Obama, they done a lot of damage to this country. All of the illegals, jobs are exiting, right? Mass inflation, 9% and all this other stuff. They act as if that's not even a big issue. That's a major issue. Trump has still been trying to clean up the mess that the Obama-Biden administration have created, right? And we're not going to move off of that point because that's exactly what ended up happening. They are the reasons why we are in this situation. Once again, the situation with Iran is because of Obama, right? We got to keep talking about that. He was the one that set Iran up. He was the one, was it 1.4 billion sent to Iran, right? What about the uranium one? We talked about that yesterday. All these things is reason why Americans don't have the quality of life right now. You can either love Trump or hate Trump or whatever, right? But one thing for sure, right? We all know this because of the mess up. What is it? The Dems have been in power for, about 16 years or so? Actually longer than that. And they have done a mess of things. When you look at these blue cities, this is how the country was being ran. They don't know how to budget. They make victims out of everyone, right? And they know how to steal money. They take money from things that when they get the government send them fund, what do they do? They take it. Even stuff for the health care, even stuff for the child care, right? Now they're going after private landlords over in New York and all the rest of this stuff. This is not America. This is what we call socialist, Marxist type of situation. I don't recognize with that type of stuff, and I don't ride with it. We ride with the Constitution of the United States of America here. And they also want to try to get rid of the Constitution, right? They want to get rid of the filibuster, right? They want to get rid of the Electoral College, right? And as we know, these things, ladies and gentlemen, are what we call the enemies of the United States of America, right? And that's what we are right now. They're out in the open. They're not even hiding about it. They're telling you what it really is. They said we ever get in power, we're going to impeach Trump until he go to prison. We're going to go after his family. We're going to go after anybody, Pete Hegseth. There's a whole witch hunt list, right? Because they are mad. Dems ain't never been in this position for a very long time. They actually are not on their heels, but they down on their knees, going down on their back, right? Because of the MAGA Trump movement. They cannot stop it. They are angry. They're frustrated, right? And really, they have taught the people out in the street. Because you got to keep in mind, the news that some of us know in this room is not mainstream news. That's why stuff that sound like what I be saying, they think it's made up. They think it's propaganda. They think I'm pushing something, right? They don't, because they don't hear it on the news. They hear bits about it, but not what's really going on. And this is the problem. You know, you got people like Old Timer, you know what I'm saying? He's another one though, man. You know what I'm saying? We can tell that he's out of touch of reality. You know what I'm saying? He won't put his feelings aside. He's about as bad as the women. To really be honest with you, he's another one, right? That's what I say though. So that's the thing about it. But we already know because of the tariffs, because it's an income-based society versus the debt and taxes, which is pulled from the people here in America, man. It is a debt income situation versus a debt income, right? Versus the tariff-based income. Which one you rather have? Because like I said, the people here, as Trump is getting more and more leverage, right? These are reasons as to why I voted for that man, right? Talking about Trump. Because we already know Obama didn't do these things. Obama didn't do these things, right? Bush's didn't do these things, senior and junior. They didn't do these things. Jimmy Carter didn't do these things. Gerald Ford didn't do these things, you know. Nixon, we can go all the way down, right? Kennedy tried to do it. You see what happened with him, you know. Lyndon Baines Johnson didn't do this. We can go on and keep naming the presidents. Show me a president that have done these things for the American people and more. Kennedy would have if they wouldn't have assassinated him. And the only reason he was being truly assassinated because he said that he was going after the Federal Reserve and going after the CIA. Plain and simple, right? Right? That's what ended up happening. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, yeah, I don't need you to be in your feelings. I need you to be able to say, hey, I stand on my policy. If you can do that instead of getting triggered of the words that I say and the cap that I wear, because who is more of a pansy, right? You all upset because what I have to say. It makes any sense. That's why I know it's like we're dealing with children and what is it, beta males, you know? I ain't going after the women as much. It's the men that's acting worse than the women are. On this channel. You know what I'm saying?
Beta!
Yeah. Let me say it one more time. Is people like Old Timer, what is he? Old
Beta!
Oh yeah, exactly right. It's just one of these type of things. So yeah, it's guys like Old Timer that watch fake news. He hate Trump. It's just a personal thing. He can't debate his policies for real because he don't want to study his policies. You know, he's too afraid to stand up for the truth. This is what make people like Old Timer.
Beta!
It sure is, though. That's exactly what it is. Right? If you were standing on truth and stuff like that, we wouldn't have this problem, right? But we have this problem, man. Yeah, we got another one here. We got Lloyd Davis over here talking about maggots and Trump himself constantly overstep. Man, you don't know nothing about the Constitution. You don't know nothing about Trump's policies, Lloyd. You need to go on and sit on down, man. Here's another one.
Beta!
You know? Hey, Lloyd, what is Trump's policies? Lloyd Davis. Now, I'm going to call this guy out. Hey, Lloyd, what is Trump's policies? Please tell me, because you said he's overstepped the Constitution. What is Trump's policies there, Lloyd Davis? Yeah, I'm really curious to know. I really would like to know. He said, you repeating MAGA. I'm asking you a question. See, they can't answer questions. I bet you he's still a coward to come up here, too. Hey, Lloyd, do you really want to debate me on this? What do you want to do? Right? We can go ahead and stop this right now, though, you know? So as I got the other guy up on out of here, hey, Lloyd, what you want to do? Mano y mano. Right? Mano y mano. I'm calling you out. I'm calling these people out now. Lloyd, what you want to do? Right? Because all you doing is just putting in their nonsense. That's all you know how to do. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is why these guys won't come up here and do it.
Beta!
Yep, that's exactly what he is. Lloyd Davis, you are a beta male, sir. That's what you are. That's the thing about it. So beta males don't get no shine to come up here at all, though. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. Jennifer says, amen, brother. Is also the breakdown of the family unit. That you're absolutely correct there, Jennifer. Yep, I remember seeing you on here before. We need daddy back in the household and women to not have abortions. You hear that? And she's right, because these are socialist, Marxist ideas is what they did. I put the matrix up here before, right? And you're absolutely right, Jennifer Dragnetti. Yeah, she's absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? She's absolutely right. Yep. What are you doing over there, Jennifer? You want to come up here and have a word? You want to talk? I'll drop the link down. You want to come up here? Shoot, because you know, obviously people like Lloyd and Old Timer, they too cowardly and afraid of me to really have a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? You let me know. I'll put the link up and then I'll, you know what I'm saying, I'll let you come on up here or whatever, you know? Yep. That way, because I could tell already where you're coming from. You already know basically a lot of the policies of the Democratic KKK rats and what they did. Mm-hmm. Yep. Hey, Wax Nightmares, you want to come up here and have a say and have a say so? Yep. I'm gonna start doing this too. Invite people on up. Black Guy 9, you know my mods, of course. You know you always welcome my mods. You know you also welcome to come up here as well too, and talk about these people that's coming in this chat. You know what I'm saying? You definitely can come up here. You know. Yep. Yep. Since what's the name and them won't come up here. You know, Old Timer won't come up here. You know. Mm-hmm. More welcome to. You know. Okay. Sure. Okay. Let me see here. Let's do this. All right, let me go ahead on and hold on for one moment here. Interview. Let's go ahead and copy that link. All right, got the link copied. All right. Okay, and I'm going to put the link down in the room right there. There we go. There's the link guest right here. Just took at what SLP did, funded the KKK. Okay, we can talk about that. I've been banging on that stuff too. I don't mind. Maybe. Okay, Wax. Yeah, the link is in the room there. So you guys can come on up here, man. Right? You guys can come on up there, you know, and things like that, you know. But I like what you're saying. I'm going to have to make you guys mods too. I'm a mod what group are you in? Jennifer is what Black Guy 9 is asking. Yep. Hey, Lloyd, the women making you look really bad, my man. You so much of a coward to come up in here and have a debate with your boy, man. That mess. I mean, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say. Nope. Lloyd, I don't want to hear nothing you got to say, man. All your manhood credibility is gone with me. It really is.
Beta!
And that's exactly what he get. We got Kenny Lee in here. The funny thing is Democrats are already finished. They don't even know it. You're absolutely right, Kenny Lee. You are absolutely right, man. Mm-hmm. They are already finished, and they don't even know it. Yeah, here, Lloyd over here, man. They ain't even thinking about you, Lloyd. You ain't been making no sense since you been in my room. Look at this crap. He's too afraid to even come up here, boy, I tell you. Just not today. Okay, no problem. All right, no problem at all, though, Wax. Yep, I'm waiting for Jennifer to come into the green room and things like that, and then we can go ahead and make it happen, you know? Make America first again. This is what Ted said. I like what you're saying, though, Ted. Yes, says Sheckler, you know? I like what you're saying. Coconuts Are Real says, LOL, shut down faster than started. Yeah, I know, right? Black Guy 9 said, Lloyd is a word salad troll. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though, man. That's all these guys doing. I don't know who is worse between him and Old Timer, man. They remind me of like bots. You know what I'm saying? They just, I mean, like what a bot does. Wax says Democrats don't want to protect families. They hate the family unit. Absolutely correct. I'm trying, sorry, not super technical. Would it allow you to click the link and things? Because you should be able to click the link. Let me see here. Tom Slick 2112 says, imagine being shown the truth and told the truth, having the truth explained to you and still rejecting the truth. That's a Muslim. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing about it, though, man. We don't like a people or religious group coming into our country and not, right, assimilating to American culture and values. If you don't want to do that, stay in your country, stay in the Middle East, where you can do that in your own country, but you're not going to do it over here. And you shouldn't have never been allowed to get away with what you've been doing. Only been sellout Democrats that have allowed this to happen. That's another thing. Let me see here. Coconuts Are Real said, it came up unclickable on my screen. Okay, came up unclickable. Let me see here. All right, yeah, because I know I had a problem trying to get on somebody's live before too. What you're going to have to do, like I do, you're going to have to screenshot it, save it in your photos, copy and paste the link there, and put it into the browser. That's what I had to do. But that should be a hyperlink. And it's unfortunate that it's not. It should have been a hyperlink. I'm not for sure as to why. But that's what I had to do. I had to screenshot the link. Let me post it again. Boy, I tell you, man, with this technology, gee, sure don't make it easier. Let me try another source. Hold on for a minute. I got YouTube open up too. Just give me one moment, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna paste it up in here. This should work. Try that one. There we go. All right. Try that one. Now that should work. You don't even have to do that. Try that one, Jennifer. Now that should work. Kenny Lee says old timer didn't leave. He passed away. Let's have a moment of silence for old timer. Let me see here. He punched out his final dumbass comment. Oh yeah, we gotta bow our heads for old timer. Old timer, man. He gave the good fight for his life, posting comments with no relevancy, no rhetoric and things. But we will not go in on him. We're going to forgive him, all in Jesus' name. Amen. Yep. So there that is, though, there that is. Yep. So here it is. And now Johnny says here too, let me see here. I'm just looking at some of the, okay. Yeah, there's a hyperlink there. So you should be able to click it now because I posted it in YouTube itself. All right. Wax says, just remembering your Obama bailout in the bank. That was the first thing he did. He sure did. I remember that. Obama bailed out Chrysler and GM. Ford didn't have to take the buyout. They just reorganized, Chapter 11 for them. Wax, let me see here. Let me see. Johnny says Democrats' policies are terrible for the economy and American citizens. 100. You're absolutely correct. Wax says taxes for thee, not for me. Exactly, right? See, that's the thing about that. These are the things that Trump is changing, Just because you don't see it happening the way that you want it doesn't mean that it's not happening. You got to understand, we have been under tremendous amount of bloat, corruption, criminal organizations posing goodwill to the people. Everybody been hoodwinked and bamboozled, right? Now that the veil has come off, we see them for who they really are. You're right about that term. One, Obama bailed out. I call it this. Obama was helping Iran to be a superpower. Somebody that he can control, right? The Muslim Brotherhood, ISIS, right? Uranium and all the rest of this stuff. This is things that actually happen because you don't hear it on the mainstream news because they've been putting out propaganda. They make it sound like we making this stuff up. Oh my goodness. Let me know, Jennifer, if that is a hyperlink. It should work for you. All right. Let me see here. LOL here. Wax says, Coconut is real, says Wax. Let me see here. Hold on for a minute. Wax says, you don't need a script, man. Biden could have rubbed off on you. Let me see here. Term one. Okay, yeah, Obama bailed. Okay, the bailouts read that. Wax says, I'm not a libertarian. I believe we need to pay taxes because the Bible says so. But if we're going to tax, it's going to be a fair and it's not going to be tax. According to our Constitution, taxes are unlawful, right? I'm talking about to the American citizen, because this is the thing. What has to be written in the 16th Amendment definitely have to be redacted. It has to be changed, because what they wrote in the 16th Amendment, they wrote a bill, which is the law. They wrote a law for the Federal Reserve, which is a private banking institution. It does not serve the needs of the American people, right? It served the needs of the parasitical elite class that it was created by them, for them, right? It's not for the people, by the people. It's for the criminal, parasitical elite class, international bankers and it's created by them and it's for them, right? This is an illusionary economy. It doesn't really include us for real, for real. The only thing we're included with this thing for them to suck the taxes from the American citizen and to enrich themselves. Look at our highways and byways, right? Look at our infrastructures. They're crumbling apart. They look very primitive. The roads are horrible, right? You know who putting out infrastructures out in parts of the world? Is you go to China, you go to Japan, Korea, Singapore, Indonesia, all of them kicking the Europeans behind as well as the Americans. But when it come down to the infrastructures, man, they got in China, there's a city called Chongqing, China, right? They have built a city up in the mountains, man. I suggest that you guys get on Google and look at that. It's a sight to see, man. I'm telling you, man, it's a twin cities, Chengdu and Chongqing, the two twin cities. They call them the twin cities, and they built these. Man, they're not over here taking no 20 years to build no infrastructures. You know what I'm saying? They're putting them out, right? And they laying them out, man. It's fantastic, man. And you mean to tell me if America, right? But look at it. Look at the politicians. They have been stealing the money from us. We should have had beautiful highways and roads. Don't you want to ask your politician, put pressure on his behind? Why don't we have that? We have the resources here. America is a huge consumer-based country that everybody want access to. We are bigger than Africa, India, Asia when it come down to and Europe, right? Our country is the SHIT right here. But here's the thing about it, right? You wouldn't believe that because how these politicians have been stealing money from us, right? Enriching themselves, setting up these NGO programs, right? This is exactly what's been going on. Look what we got. Nothing. It's a fact, boy, I tell you. Yeah, man. This is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We're supposed to have better infrastructures, right? We're supposed to have these things. They over here, how is that they can build a city in the mountains? And we can't build what? We over here, look at the roadways. Man, it's like driving on the moon. I don't know, I never driven on the moon, but I got an idea. Where these potholes and craters is like driving on the moon, man. Oh my goodness, man. Jennifer, you having problems with the hyperlink? Just let me know now. Let me go ahead and drop it down here again. Is she having problems with the hyperlink? Let's go ahead and do that. Put the link up here again. Oops, that's the wrong one. Hold on for a minute. Okay, I dropped it there. Okay, let me go and pin that. I'm going to pin this. I'm going to pin that message right there. There we go. It's pinned. We got Jason Beatrice in the house. Boy, I've got Jason Beatrice. Yeah, that's what's up. Texas Jane. Hold on for a minute. We got Annie, the modern day Annie Oakley, everybody. That's for the ladies. Yep, the modern day Annie Oakley, boy. She's good with the 6-iron, boy, you know. That means a 6-shooter. Yeah. But yeah, that's the link right there, too. So now that you got the link, it's clickable, right? And any one of you can come up, too, man, and talk with your boy, you know. Now, with these people that come up in here that's beside themselves, man, you know, that got to have, because like I said, you ain't got to agree on everything, but you should have some type of discipline about yourself. Remember, you can't attack the host, call the host out of name. Number 2, can't change the goalpost. Number 3, you can't answer a question with a question. Number 4, you cannot, what's the other one? Number 4, can't answer the question. Can't crash out. That's it. Can't crash out. Can't do any of that stuff, right? And this ain't about a debate. This is for anybody that want to come up here. Now, for the people that's rocking with Trump, I see a lot of you guys on here. That's cool. You can come up here, too, and have a word, a conversation with your boy. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I dropped the link. I got the link pinned up in there and stuff. So, yeah. So, let me go ahead and do this, get myself off here. We'll put this back up. Oh, yeah, by the way, once again, guys, this is right pen, right? Right pen right now. That's why you see the link overhead, you know. Right pen. This is something that there's a conservative AI. So when the DMs come in here putting up false claims and making stuff up, just like people like right now, are doing, you know, we can go ahead and challenge this and make them look. We make them foolish and make them look bad. You know, does Rooster? Do you want to be famous, Rooster? Do you want to? You like you putting up some false claims up here, Rooster? Do you want to make you famous? I swear I make you famous, man. I'm gonna make you famous. Is that what you're saying? And remember, I said before, you cannot spam. That's the other one, right? Rooster, right? I should have my cock-a-doodle-doo rooster, man. You know what I'm saying? I put the link up in there. You know, I put the link up in there. Boy, you know, what we going to do? You're going to just get on here on comment section and just copy paste stuff, making stuff up. He said here, the effing Banks Clarify Act will allow up to 5% on stablecoin. The Bitcoin and store, right, whatever, pump, blah, 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 gold, silver down and buy. He said, F the banks, whatever. But I'm just saying, though, here's the thing about it, though. Like I said, we're going to hold the largest crypto, right, in America, first of all, right? The largest crypto in America. That's a beautiful thing, right? We're going to have crypto, precious metals, and a lot of other things, man. That's a beautiful thing. Said, shout out to my boy, Steven, right? A-10 pilot. He was part of the rescue in Iran. Man, shout out to that boy, Donnell, man. Donnell Hall. Boy, I thought I was about to call you Donnell Jones for a minute out of Chicago. Where I want to be, sweet little dee. Oh, yeah. Boy, never could have imagined, excuse me, that you have played a major part in the decision that's so hard. Should I leave? Should I stay? Should I go? What y'all know about Darnell Jones? You don't know about that? You don't know about that, boy. But yeah, shout out to Darnell, man, Hall, man. That's what's up, man. Man, the rescue mission. Yeah, because I remember when the, what was that? The pilot that was shot down over there in Iran, man. And we're going to go out, you know, that's the military creed, man. We always go after our own, especially in the Marines. I got friends that are in the Marines. You don't return unless you come back with that body or that person, one way or the other, boy. Boy, I tell you, man, yeah. My fault, Rooster, man. I thought I was over here talking to someone else. My bad. But Texas Jane, Coconut, and laughing. Rooster said, but Trump is pro. Yeah, but you're right, Rooster. Yeah, Trump is pro Bitcoin. He's for crypto, period, because we already know what's going on. We need. I'm gonna love his approach on this, man, because he said. I mean, right now the government have bought. I'm talking about millions right now, millions in cryptocurrency, if not billions by now, but millions for sure, right? Yeah, man. Y'all putting out some great things in here. Is the actual hyperlink text, is that working? And things, because I put it out there. Is that a MAGA hat? Nothing gets by you, Raging Clue. Nothing gets by Raging Clue, man. He's asking, is that a MAGA hat? I don't know, Raging Clue. Is it a MAGA hat? Is it a MAGA hat, or does it just say "Make America Great Again," man? Oh my goodness, you know. Okay, I was just asking why getting defensive. No, I'm not getting defensive at all. I'm just being a little smart ass to you though, because I thought everybody know that making America great again is synonymous to MAGA. That's why I'm laughing. Some random guy, no one knows what I'm talking about like you do. Yeah, I'm on it. I mean, you know, I get where you're coming from, man. It'd be nice to have you up here, Wax. I know you've been coming on here, and it's all good. Obama was that island with the bill. Yeah, Obama, man, I went in on Obama. He said, yeah, you all already know who was pro-bank was Obama and Epstein. You're absolutely right. J.P. Morgan funded Epstein Island. You're absolutely right. What's that, Little James? Yeah, Little James Island. Yeah, Little James, you know. Can't call him Little John. Okay. No, he ain't that dude, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Little St. James, you know. Wax says Russia will be the richest country on earth if it wasn't for communism. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But they love that corruption. Yeah, it's just sad how the deep state and the globalists, since they couldn't control Russia, they couldn't put a central bank in Russia. They couldn't do that. So this is why they made them. This is why they sanctioned them and everything. Nobody's saying that Russia is perfect, but it is what it is. What they did to them, because Russians actually fought Americans and things like that with World War II. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. All of Europe should be thanking Russia besides America. Man, USA won, man. We got him in. Whoops, sorry, that's the wrong one. Wrong sound bite. Sorry about that. I don't have that one for you, but guess what? I do have another one for you. Boy, Trump, USA. Man, USA say Trump and MAGA, right? Deep state and the globalists. Mm-hmm. That'll be the globalists, the parasitical elite class, the ones that want dominant control, totalitarian system, and they do it through controlling the monetary banking system of each country throughout the world. Oh my goodness. Why support Republicans? I knew it. I was waiting on it. I knew it. I knew Raging Clue was coming, but I like the question. Why support Republicans that start wars they say they wouldn't? Oh my goodness. But let's go in and answer it, man. It wasn't a war that Trump necessarily started. Iran is an enemy of the United States. Iran is in a situation that they were bullying the Middle East, threatening Israel, and so forth, right? And all because of Obama. Let's not forget about this. 47 years, Iran was in power. And as the time grew, they became more powerful. To the point, right? Because of the enriched uranium, and they were on the brink of creating a nuclear bomb. Do you understand this? This is serious. We cannot allow a rogue nation of any sort have access to nuclear capability, if that makes sense. This is the reason as to why Trump said, I got to go into Iran. There's no other way. I got to go in there. But he went in there with fighter jets and drones. You make it sound like it was a land army. You make it sound like foot soldiers has been dying left and right. You know what I'm saying? We know who actually went into these wars. Afghanistan, Iraq. Shall we start naming the countries of what these other presidents have done? We want to have this conversation for real, for real. Are you serious, Raging Criddle? You didn't mention Obama. He was in the 8-year war. And look how many people ended up murdered, killed in action, KIA and all the rest of this stuff, right? Look at what happened. Afghanistan, this is another one. Benghazi. Oh my goodness, come on now. Who you fooling, right? That's the thing about it though. So this is my retort back to you, because you had a claim. You said, why do Republicans start wars? With the S. Look at it. Democrats been in power for 16 years. And in those 16 years, they have wars. We had a 20-year war with Iraq. What about the people that enrich themselves? Because you think like Bush and them are Republicans. No, they are Democrats. Posing as Republicans. They're nothing but rhinos, war hawks. People that love war. Because who owned Halliburton? Right? That was John McCain. Right? I'm sorry, Dick Cheney. Sorry, not John McCain. Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney owned Halliburton. He had the largest military contract, right, when they went into Iraq and all this other stuff. Come on now. You're supposed to know this, right? I'm just saying. If we're going to go there, we got to talk about the whole thing. Yeah, but 8 years, there was people that died. Look how more efficient Trump was with Iran. Wasn't very few casualties. What? It ain't going to be perfect, but you can't say that there was boots landed on the ground, right? You can't say that. You cannot. Even when the pilot that was shot down, didn't they rescue him? Yes, they did. Did he get praise from the media? No, he did not. Right? So that's what I'm saying, though, you know? That's what I'm saying. Hold on for a minute. You want to specify? Hold on. Give me one moment here. Give me one moment. Hold on for one moment here. All right. Let me go and pull up my other notes here. All right. Hold on for a minute. Oh, yeah. Let me do this one here. All right. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. Let's go with Grok. All right, hold on, what the heck? All right, there we go. Pitch the wrong button. Let me see, Obama. Just give me a minute. It's thinking. Obama was the first U.S. president to serve 2 terms, 2009 to 2017, with the country engaged in every single day of his presidency. Here it is. Now, when it comes down to the war, it says here, there is a common point of criticism and observation about his foreign policies, often phrased as Obama's 8-year war. He campaigned heavily on ending George Bush's war in Iraq, right, which is true, Afghanistan, and reducing America's permanent war footing, right? But the reality is much more complex, right? Here it is. And inherit wars and down, because I remember when Obama said that he was going to stop the war and pull the troops out. And that didn't happen. He said he was going to do it, but he did not. Here it is again, Iraq. Obama inherited a major war. He ended the former U.S. combat mission in December 2011 and withdrew nearly all troops, fulfilling the campaign promise. However, after ISIS, which he created, rapidly advanced in 2014, he engaged with airstrikes, training, and limited special forces supported by the end of his term. Thousands of U.S. troops were back in Iraq. Afghanistan, he ordered troops, adding 300,000 or more at the top existing forces in 2009 to stabilize the situation, targeting Al-Qaeda, Taliban. He later began withdrawing, but left 8,400 troops by 2017 for training and counterterrorism. Afghanistan became America's longest war. So there that is, though, raging clue, right? That's how we came up with that. Right? No, it's not misinformation. It's not misinformation. I just read to you what it said because this was a carry-on for Bush. And nobody is rallying for Bush. Here's the thing about it. You got to keep in mind, but what is Bush? A war hawk. He's a neocon, right? He's nothing more than still a Democrat that's posing as as we call it, a rhino. You know what I'm saying? So it don't even matter. Nobody's over here caping for Bushes. We're talking about junior and senior. It don't matter. But as I said, though, 8 years, right? A lot of troops. And there's a lot of casualties in that war, too. You can't compare what Obama did versus what Trump did. It's not even fair. Trump only been in office for almost 2 years. Or you know what I'm saying? I mean, almost 2 years. Shoot. What are you talking about? He said, you are insane. Prove me. Prove it. Let me see here. Let me see what he had to say. Hold on for a minute. Saying so Obama didn't start 2 wars. He entered as a president 2 terms. But look what ended up happening. He went into Afghanistan. He continued on with the fight. I just read to you what it was. If you can keep up, you don't want to have comprehension problems, right? She said here, this person says Bush was a Republican. I'm still saying, you don't know what a rhino is, obviously. Let me educate you. A rhino is a Republican in name only, which means he's nothing more than a Democrat cosplaying as a Republican. I just said that. You think that Bush is a no, he's not. He's a Democrat in disguise. He's a transformer. Not that transformer, but he's a transformer. More than meet the eye. Oh my gosh, man. Ooh, man. Oh, man. Yeah. And who is this over here throwing shade, black Jew-tards to Israel? Hey, Cold, if you got something to say, I'm calling you out too, sir. I'm going to make you famous too. Because, I'm not buying that avatar, though, man, with you and this lion. You wish you was commanding the jungle like that. We don't believe in Tarzan. Tarzan ain't real. Tarzan would have had his behind, a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it, though. So you can miss me with all that stuff, bro. Tarzan don't exist. That's what I'm saying, though, Pay your tariffs. What you talking? You don't even know anything about tariffs. What are you talking about? No, tariffs are paid by countries of the world. It's called an income-based economy, which means that it's coming externally from other countries, feeding back into America, so much that you all don't even know. You can't explain. Go ahead. I'm going to see this foolishness. Let's go ahead and see this foolishness. Go ahead, boy. I'm going to make this person real famous, though, man. I'm going to be patient here. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. I'd rather for you to click the link and bring yourself up here and talk to me man and man. That's what I want, mano and mano. I want you to come up here and be a man and come up here on this link. You see the link down there. Click the link and come up here. They ain't going to do this stuff over the text thing. I want you to come up here, right? And you don't have, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on up here. Come on. What? When the U.S., hold on, man. I'm going to make this guy famous here. Hold on for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on for a minute. Boy, I tell you, man. You want to do this? Okay, here it is. This is what Raging Clue has to say. This is why you guys need to get right, PN. What do? We paste it, we expose it, and we post it. All right. So see, and this is what he said. Okay, now let's just check this out. Let's go on ahead. Survey says, okay, just give me a minute here. Let's go ahead and give me a minute. Okay, bias is medium, right? So user claims that the U.S. companies pay all tariffs and not foreign nations. The social media user, and that would be, you know who that would be, inserts that when the U.S. imposed tariffs on a foreign country, it's America's importing countries that pays the tariffs, not the foreign countries. The Post framed this as a correction or a counter narrative to the idea that tariffs are a cost borne by foreign governments. Booyah, right there in your face, right? The implication is that the tariffs are harmful to American business and consumers. What he left out, studies of the 2018 Trump's tariffs show that Chinese exporters absorb a significant portion of the tariff cost, which was about 65%. U.S. imposes frequently past tariffs cost back to the foreign suppliers by recognizing contracts, which does impose real economic pressure on the exporting countries. Now, back to you again. This is my retort back to you, right? So therefore, shall we have to go on? Because I see Raging Clue. No. You were trying to say that the tariffs, you remember what you said now, I just read what you said, right? Told you I'm going to make you famous, right? No, you didn't. No, it's not. You are not. You are a liar. I just read to you what it really was. This is your own thing, right? And it's many more stuff that you left out. Raging Clue, you are an idiot. Because I'm over here giving you, and he ain't gonna go ahead and talk about the viewers. But you a coward, Raging Clue, because you won't come up here and debate me. That's the problem with cowards like you. I give you the link, you won't do it. You just run your mouth in texting. I done already told you what it is. The AI saw it as well. You are a liar. It's called spin news, sir. You don't know what you're talking about. That's the whole thing about it, man. I'm done with this clown, man. He won't come up here and have a real debate. You did make the implication. You said that the American businesses have to pay, which is not. It's the foreign-based businesses have to pay. I just read it. No, you're not going to switch bait on this. No, you're not. No, you're not going to do it. Raging Bull, you are, like I said before, the winner and the champ once again, boy. Once again, ladies and gentlemen. Once again. Yep, Raging Bull tapped out. Couldn't prove his point. Yep, you tapped out, though, Raging Bull. I got you, though. Remember I said when they end with an insult, that means I win. And I already kicked his behind, though. Thanks to Right Pen, though. They put it more poetically than I do. But he made a claim which was not true. You know what I'm saying? And you are a coward because you won't come up in here and debate me man to man and mano a mano. Look at it. Look at this, boy. He's over here raging out. Hey, somebody, let's go ahead on and just say it again, boy. Raging Clue got to throw in the towel, ladies and gentlemen. He's been defeated on my channel with 17 viewers. He said, see how when they start throwing, okay, get him out of here, because I said, what was my rules clear about you can't insult the host? Get Raging Bull, you are out of here, Bye-bye, Raging Bull. Yep. Now that would make what? 15 viewers now? You act like I do this stuff because of views. I don't. I really don't. You can miss me with all that. And that's why Raging Bull is out of here. See you, Raging Bull. Wouldn't want to beat you, Yep. Got his behind. He got his, Raging Bull threw in the towel, ladies and gentlemen, because he couldn't get past these facts right here. In fact, I could enlarge this and make this bigger. You guys see this stuff? And then look at this. Bias medium, spin medium, missing high. He missed a lot of key points, stuff that I was reading off of. He's no match for it, man. Facts are facts. There it is right here. To this image. This is why he said you quit because you couldn't prove your point. And your point was in lies, sir. People are already seeing what it says here in red pen. You did not. Look at what the room is saying. You know what I'm saying? You're not intellectual at all, though. Right pen kicked your butt. I kicked your butt without even have to use right pen. Look at this. I'm over here fact checking you, sir. So you better see it. Right? This is what it is. Go look it up. Yeah, he's raging out. I told you before, Raging Bull, you cannot insult the host. That would automatically get you out of here. I said 5 of my rules. Can't insult the host. You cannot crash out, right? And you cannot call the host names. Look what he's doing. No, you lost. You lost. Hey, guys, get Raging Clue on out of here, man, because he ain't got time for this foolishness. He's a coward. He won't even come up in here. Now just fact check him. See, that's what I'm saying. This guy, hold on for a minute. I'm going to take care of this guy. Just give me one moment here. I done kicked his butt, and he's upset. That's why when you go to name calling, I already won by default. Check this out, Raging. You ain't got to say anything else. Guess what? I got you going. Bye-bye. See ya. Don't want to be ya, Raging Clue. Oh, yeah. Got him out of here. Kicked his butt on his own comments that he made. Yeah. And that's what I say, man. It's all too easy, ladies and gentlemen. All too easy. Oh, Raging Clue. I know he can hear me. He just can't talk. Raging Clue. Oh, where's that baby bottle at, ladies and gentlemen? Is it time for the baby? Oh, Raging Clue. Oh, it's okay, Raging Clue. Oh, he's a baby. Oh, man. Oh, I tell you, babe, Raging Clue. Raging Clue, he tried to do the good fight. He could not defend his position. After we fact-checked him. And then he goes here and gives himself, talking about he won like a little child. You know what we're going to do with that? We're going to get that out of here too. We're going to get it all out of here. Raging Bull, the baby bottle. Yeah, Raging Clue. Boy, I tell you, we got with Raging Clue, didn't we? Got his butt up on out of here. Oh, my goodness. Have a nice day, Raging Clue. Come back again when you grow up and when you become a man, boy. All right, so much enough of playing with Raging Clue, man. Oh, man, Raging don't have a clue is what I call him. You know, as I say, my rules are simple. When you come up here, can't insult the host, right? First and foremost. Can't call him dumb and stupid and all this other kind of stuff. And I say, we always know this, in an argument or a debate, when they do that, that automatically means that we have won by default, right? Any debate, you can't go up here and start throwing names. I can tell he never been in a debate before. Because when you do that, you automatically forfeit, and he did. It shows little intelligence that he have, right? We done went over here and went over this with what? We have here what? And this is another thing source that I use right here. It counters what the narrative that he's coming up with, right? Here's a more. The Post presents a partial economic fact as completed picture, omitting that tariffs create leverage and negotiating pressures on foreign governments as business. I've been said that many of times. Economists and trade accounts stress that U.S. importers, right, pay the tariffs up front at customers, often passing the cost to American customers via higher prices. Contrast media framing that the tariffs are paid by China. Voices highlight supply chain data from prior Trump tariffs showing that U.S. companies absorb 80 to 100% costs of the many sectors, while little on the foreign exposure offset a nuisance and frequent downplay coverage. Hold on for a minute. Let me see here. Trump absorb 80%. Let me see. U.S. companies absorb 80% sectors and many blah, 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 while foreign exporters often offset. So with little foreign exporters, blah, blah, nuance, frequently downplay in coverage. Okay, I'm going to have to look at this here a little bit. Oh, yeah, this is a little oversight here. Hold on for a minute. I can admit when I'm wrong now. Hold on for a minute, guys. Hold on for a minute. American costs often pass the cost to American customers via higher prices, contrasting media framing. Media framing. Hold on for a minute. Contracted media framing that tariffs are paid by China. Voices. All right, hold on for a minute, guys. It says media. Raging Clue. It says here, contrasting media framing that tariffs are paid by China. Voices highlight supply chain data prior Trump showing U.S. companies absorbing. So I was right. It's the contrast of the media framing it of what Raging Clue was saying. Once again, he's reading the news of propaganda that hates Trump, right? Because if that will be the case, look at all the companies that came back into America. So therefore, they didn't have to pay taxes, talking about taxes from other countries. Oh my goodness, boy. Raging, I got you, homie. Boy, we got him. Game over. Game over. Oh, I tell you. Boy, we got him. Oh, we got another one here? All right. Oh, Raging Clue. Raging Clue coming in. Hey, Raging Clue. Before I accept you in, let me see a guest in the guest room. Can you hear my voice, sir? Hello? Guest room, guest in the voice. Let me see here. Wait a moment. Hold on for a minute. Before I even put him on here. Hold on for a minute. I answer the phone. Can you hear me? Because you ain't going on until we get some things taken. And we're going to get some things right up front before I add you on. Give me a minute, you guys. Let me see here. Solo guests in the guest room. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. Yep. Raging, I want you to come back up here, man. But we're going to, hey, Raging, when you come up here, we're going to get some things out the way first and foremost. First of all, you're not allowed to insult the host. Number 2, right? You can't answer a question with another question. Number 3, you can't not allowed to change the goalposts, right? Number 4, right? I expect for you to allow the host to ask you questions instead of talking over me. Do you accept my rules before I allow you to talk on my chat? But like I said, what I just highlighted right here for the audience to see, it says here once again, right? Let's go ahead and read it. Contrasting media framing that the tariffs are paid by China, voices highlighted supply chain data from prior Trump's tariff showings in the U.S. absorbing 80 to 100% cost of many sectors with little foreign exporters offset, right? This is what they're saying. A nuance frequently downplayed in coverage. This is what the media has been framing. They makes it, in other words, they're just saying that Trump's tariffs really don't mean nothing because it's passed on to the American companies. This is what Raging Clue was trying to debate and trying to say that that is exactly what ended up happening. Now, let me go ahead and jump on this guy here, Nick. Hold on for a minute. Because Raging Clue tried to call in, and I wanted him to accept my rules before he get on here. That's the thing about it. Got to take your voice away. But I don't mind you coming up here. But what you're not going to do is you're going to accept the rules of the chat. That's just how it is. And that's for anybody else. Right? Got to accept the rules. We got to get that out the way first. Right? Let me see here. Where's that? Oh, the other guy, Nick, gone? Let me see here. I'm trying to see. I don't see him right now. They must have got Nick out of here. Yeah, that's okay. And then, let me see here. Yeah, this is the AI thing that I use, right? It changes to spin news, rhetoric, and propaganda, right? And not only that, I'm a member as well, but I'm also got a link up there above, which I'm also going to post down. Wait a minute, let me do that right now. Let me go ahead and do that right now. I don't have to do it that way. All right, I don't have to do it that way. I got another way I can do it. All right, let's do this here. We'll do that. Go here on, all right, my channel right here. Let's go ahead and post this up too as well. There we go. And that's for right pen. Okay. You're a conservative, another, I suggest you get on that. That's real cool. All right. So other than that, where were we? Put this back up over here. Okay. Are you okay? Y'all like Liz Cheney fan, boy. She's a continuation of her daddy, Dick Cheney. Ain't that something? Dick Cheney. Boy, I tell you. Let me see. Brian Reedy says, Wax have always been cool with me. Brian Reedy, Wax have always been cool with me too. I know she wants to come, want to come up here. I don't know if I want to call you a man or a woman. I'm sorry, I didn't see your avatar. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All right, let's go ahead and answer this. This is a Raging Clue again. All right, let me see here. And let me see here. All right. Guest have muted himself. Why you got yourself muted? There you go. Can you hear me now, sir?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
All right. Yeah. So before we get started, because like I said, I didn't call you no names, but you called me some names. So therefore, I'm not going to allow you to do that. That's one of my rules, right? I mean, let's go over the rules first, right? First of all, you're not allowed to insult the host. Number 2, you cannot answer a question with another question. Number 3, you can't change the goalpost. Number 4, right? Here's number 4 again. You are not allowed to crash out. Those are my rules, right? Before we even start this thing. It don't make anything to me, but I'm just letting you know. So what do you have to say to, for me, sir?
Well, before we start, firstly, these rules, do they go both ways?
No, it's only going on my way because it's my channel.
Fair enough. Well, my argument was that you believe that tariffs are paid by foreign companies, which isn't true. Tariffs are usually paid by, in context of the US importers.
Okay, let me read back. Let me go ahead and pull this on up here and make this a little bit easier for you. All right, hold on for one moment.
So I'm not sure what this AI you're using to check. I've never heard of it. I don't trust it.
Just because you haven't heard it doesn't mean you don't trust it. This AI is a conservative tool that we use, right? And basically, it digs and finds information that is inadequate, or what we call propaganda, spin news, fake news, and so forth. Because you don't entrust it, but you can go and look up. It's called rightpnai.com. You can pull that
When
up.
you say conservative, are we talking in a political sense?
We're talking in a sense that's just not just political, right? But I'm talking about in the sense because conservatism, that's what the majority of this country is. Liberalism is a minority group, but conservatism is the majority people. It's what most people rock with. But let's go into it here. Now I'm going to read this to you again, right? Contrasting media framing that tariffs are paid by China. Voices highlight supply chain data from prior Trump's tariffs showing U.S. companies absorbing 80 to 100% of the costs in many sectors with a little foreign exporters offset a nuanced frequency downplay in coverage. It says the contrasting media, which means the media, right? What do you think with contrasting media? What does that mean?
You tell me?
No. I want you to in your own words. What do you think that is?
Well, I'm assuming it's the media that's opposing the view that these tariffs are being paid by US companies.
Exactly, right?
They're trying to position it as it being paid by China, which is the biggest exporter to the US.
But
as you can see, voices highlight supply chain data from prior Trump's tariffs showing US companies absorb 80 to 100% of costs.
But it's what the media has contrast, right? To make it in other words, make it not so, right? In fact, are you on here? Hold on for a minute. Are you? Let me see here. Is everybody?
I'm sorry. I don't really understand. We're focusing on what the news is views on these tariffs. I don't want. That's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the facts.
This is.
So why don't we use an AI that is allegedly right-leaning? Let's use something like Grok. Grok is allegedly a right-leaning AI. Why don't we use that to fact check this?
Well, go. Okay. Well, let me do this here.
Or alternatively, to give me some trust in this AI, why don't you put your belief into it and fact check that?
Hold on. This is what I'm gonna do here. Hold on for a minute, because I use Grok too. In fact, let me go ahead and pull up Grok right now. Hold on for a minute.
But I would be interested to see what would happen if you put your view on tariffs into this AI. What would it say in response?
Just
I
give me
wonder
one
if
moment.
it's
I got a call.
100% agree with you.
I got to come in. Yeah, that's okay. I got a call coming in, but just one moment.
Look into a guy who actually owns the banks and you understand everything. Who are the banks owned by? Sorry, I'm talking to your chat. I can assure you the echo is not coming from my side.
Yeah, just give me one moment. You know, just trying to guide someone in here. Do you see the link on my channel? I pinned it on my channel, so it should give you the link. And when you go in under my channel, I pinned the link where you can actually click it. See it there, Deontay? Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. You see it? To my screen. There's my one screen, sharing my screen. I think that's the reason why I'm not able to see here. Me and the guest. Let's take a look at it here. I'm trying to get you on here. I'm trying to get you guys on here.
Can I get temporary unbanned from the chat so I can talk to you, chat?
I'll take care of that. Just give me a moment.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. All right. Hold on for one moment. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I got guest camera 2. Let me go ahead and get this going here. Guest camera 1, guest camera 2. All right. Let me see here. Guest camera 1, guest camera 2. All right. Hold on for one moment, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. Trying to get the... All right. What's going on here? Let me see here. He's muted. Wait a moment. Trying to get this camera here. Camera 1, guest camera 2. All right. It should be showing you guys. Should be showing you. Okay, what is it saying there, Deontay? Okay. Are you signed in on the phone? Because if you are, you may want to. Yeah.
Sorry, what's going on here?
I'm over here waiting on another guest to come on here on my channel.
Okay. So whilst we wait for him, could we go over the response from Grok with regards to who pays tariffs? Since we have a bit of time. I could vaguely see it was agreeing with me, actually.
Okay, this claim is largely corrected on illegal and prominent economic facts, but not absolute.
I just wanted to put in the fact that the prompt you put in was all tariffs. All tariffs are paid by. Let me double check exactly what you put.
Yeah, all the
Users
tariffs.
claims US companies pay all
tariffs. I never made the claim that they pay all the tariffs. Obviously, there's going to be some impact on the companies exporting, but the majority of the impact is going to be on the US companies importing products.
Okay. All right.
This is just a fact.
Okay, some impact. Now, how much of an impact? All right. You in the room? Okay. All right. Cool. All right, Deontay, that's cool. All right. So yeah, go ahead. What was your response?
I don't really have a response to what I'm saying.
I said how much?
You're agreeing with me.
No, I'm saying how much of a percentage you made the claim. So what are the percentages here about Americans paying and things like that? What is it? 90%? It says here for Grok, it says United Fed's analysis 2025 data. Nearly 90% of the tariffs burden fell to the U.S. Right? Firms and consumers. Foreign exporters absorb only a small share. Exported prices declined modestly. Pass through the U.S. Import prices was 86 to 94%. This is what it's saying here. All right. So let's go ahead and check this, though. Hold on for a minute. Let's go ahead and check this. Let's go ahead and go back to one of the sources I use. And like I said before, I use Grok sometimes, but I have to still go behind Grok and see what it is, though, too. So therefore, we are on the same page here. So let me see here.
According to Grok, the number is 90%.
Yeah, I saw it.
Obviously, it will change depending on the industry.
Right. So right now, are you able to chat in the room?
Let me check. I can.
Okay, cool. Okay. Let's see here. New York Federal. Okay, it says here New York Fed, 90% of tariff burden falls on U.S. firms and consumers. It says here 2025. This is what I read already. Okay.
I'm curious to check this out. Could you put your interpretation of how the tariffs work into this?
Okay, I will in a minute, but I just want to read here first. Now, where it says here what they left out, manufacturers and industries receiving tariffs protection saw measurable gains in the domestic output of employment. The studies does not account for negotiating leverage tariffs created, which led to new trade comments and concession, right, from foreign governments. Short-run pass-through statistics do not capture long-run behavioral changes by foreign exporters who ultimately lower prices to remain competitive. The analysis exclude the factual costs of no tariffs, including continuous trade deficits and offshoring and lost domestic industrial capabilities. Capacity. Sorry about that. Yeah. So that's what it said. This is what they're saying. What they left out. Now it says here about the 90% tariffs. The Fed said that you are paying 90% tariffs, but forgot to mention no tariff costs us in jobs, trade deficits, or leverage.
So that's generally pointing at the protectionism aspect of applying tariffs.
So I guess the point is that do we lose by Trump using tariffs, or do we win?
Okay, so let me ask you this. Would you say that tariffs increase the cost of product on citizens in the US? Do you believe that's true or false?
It kind of depends.
Right.
It can and it can't. It's variable.
You would agree that the answer to that is generally yes.
I said it varies a little bit. You got to put a variable in there. It varies, you know. It really does, because we have to take what each company to break down this to be able to do that, and we're going to take a general consensus. So you're saying the general consensus, meaning that most of these American companies pay more than the foreign tariffs? I mean, people in the foreign countries? You're saying that they pay less in tariffs and American companies pay more?
I'm saying that the US putting tariffs on imported goods generally will negatively affect the US citizens purchasing products because you have a less competitive market. Where rather than, let's say, the situation before was a foreign exporter had the lowest cost of, let's say, steel, a company would go with them. But instead, because you now artificially increase the price, they'll have to go for the second or third cheapest option. So naturally, you're buying products at a higher cost.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Why are all the American companies that are overseas, why are a lot of them leaving let's say companies overseas coming back into America?
So why are US companies abroad moving back to the US? Are you trying to claim this is linked to tariffs?
Well, I mean, what would be the other reason other than tariffs?
I mean, I guess that's such a broad thing to say. Maybe there's less demand abroad for certain US goods.
Okay, so I mean, like Apple, we know that Apple iPhone and so forth are made in China.
Yes, they are.
Therefore, when Trump announced this, and he gave American companies, hey, he gave them incentive. If you come back here, you don't have to pay exporting tariffs to these other countries, right? The countries, right, that already are outside of the United States, unfortunately, some of them may not be as lucky. But Apple said, you know what? We're going to come back to America. We're going to set up the companies in here. Semiconductors as well. What about AI, the data centers and everything, so forth? These companies are coming here to America. So therefore, they would be subject to have to pay a higher tariff tax in order for products to be shipped in here into America. When Trump set this up back in April, I do believe, 2025, it was 10%. And there was also a reciprocal tariff as well. If a country wanted to charge, like let's say India. I think India was charging us, what, 200% at one time? And I'm just throwing out a figure, right? So in order, and India was doing this for America for a long time. The old system, I mean, but right now we're just talking about this. I want to ask again, why are American companies by the drove and other companies that are in these other countries deciding to build in America?
So the first company you mentioned was Apple. You're under the belief that Apple is going to move its manufacturing back into the US.
Okay, but let's just start with Apple. You don't think that Apple is coming here to the United States?
I don't think Apple is going to move manufacturing back to the US, no.
And give me
It wouldn't make any sense.
Well, okay, give me the reason why.
Because ultimately, an iPhone isn't like an iPhone is a sum of components, right? Most of the components in an iPhone aren't even made by Apple themselves. Some people don't know. The camera is usually made by Sony. The displays are usually made by LG. What else? The memory is most likely made by like SK Hynix. And a lot of these other companies have their manufacturing abroad. Do you think that Apple would start building iPhones in the US, but then import almost every single component for the iPhone into the US whilst there's tariffs going on? That wouldn't make any sense financially. In addition to that, I'm pretty sure that the Apple cut some sort of unique deal where these tariffs don't seem to affect them. I vaguely remember this. You could just fact check what I said with Brock or whatever you want to choose. Whether Apple cut some sort of unique deal that they are somewhat exempt from the tariffs.
Oh yeah, hold on. I got another caller coming in. Just give me one moment. Okay, Deontay. All right, there you go. Deontay, you can. Okay, I'm gonna put you on here as well. See, you got your camera on. There is Deontay. All right. We're talking about tariffs here. I got another caller over here. He goes by the name of
Okay.
Raging Clue. Okay, so therefore, Raging Clue. We're talking about the tariffs, right? We're talking about when Trump made the claim about the tariffs in China and all these American companies that are coming back here to America. I was it Apple? They're going to be building a manufacturer now. I'm going to say this. I'm just saying that this was the claim coming from the Trump administration. Now, we don't know if it has gone into effect yet because we know it takes time. But ultimately,
Right.
this is basically what is going on, though, right? So, Raging Clue and things.
I mean, quite frankly, we've moved away from the initial disagreement, which was I stated that US tariffs are paid by US companies. Well, the majority of the tariffs are paid by US companies, and you disagreed with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still in that position? You stated specifically that these tariffs placed by the US on foreign companies, it's the cost of that is being put on the exporters and not the importers in the US. Do you still believe that? Even though...
Yeah, I believe a little bit of it. I believe most of it. But like I said before, what I still stand on is the fact is that whether if it's going to go into effect, but I still say that the American companies are winning, right? Because they're moving their bases over here in America. So therefore, in some point in time where we will be able to see it. But I'm putting the claim out early. And I still stand on that, though, too. We have to wait and see. Time will tell for itself, right? But we're just waiting and seeing.
Right.
As of right now, it may be what you're saying. But
You're moving the argument because you've gone from these tariffs are being paid by foreign companies and foreign nations to actually it doesn't matter because it's benefiting the US. Which one is it?
Here's the thing about it.
Who is paying the tariffs? I'm just trying to get you to say who ultimately is paying the cost of these tariffs.
Like we said, it varies. However, I will say this though. I will still say that a lot of these foreign countries are paying the tariff.
It varies to what extent? It varies by like the product. Let's just say steel. Let's make it nice and simple. Let's say you're a company in the US. You're importing large amounts of steel. Yeah.
Yep. Like Canada.
Are you paying?
Like Canada, for instance, right? Because we were getting steel and aluminum from Canada.
Okay. Let's say I'm a company in the UK. I'm exporting steel to the US, to a US company. Who pays that 20% tariff, or whatever percentage it is? Who's paying the majority of that?
Well, in this case...
Grok already gave you the answer, so let's...
Everybody can't hear. There's a lot of echo.
Okay, it's a lot of echo.
There is layers.
Yeah.
Oh boy, hold on for a minute. Let me do something here. Just one moment.
You know it's possible that the US are paying the majority of the tariffs, and this would be in a roundabout way a good thing.
See, enable noise canceling. Okay, wait a minute. Is that it? Do you hear the echo now?
I hear tons of
No echo.
Okay, no echo.
There's still echo with him.
You hear echo now?
Yes.
You still. Now, what about now?
No.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. I got my headphones on too, so for us with this. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here. All right. All right. So here we go. All right. So you were asking me the question about
who's paying the tariffs
or the U.S.
Good.
Right. Now, when it comes down to steel, yeah, we are paying for it because we need the steel right now because our steel company is not up and running right now. I mean, that just makes it stuff, but that ain't for all things though. But for right now, steel is one of them, right?
So what products are there that the tariffs aren't being paid by the exporters and
that is a good
aren't being
question.
paid by the importers?
That I do not know that for a second.
You've got all this AI in front of you. You can ask the AI for help.
Why don't you ask AI for help? Why don't you do it? And like I said, this is one of the rules that I never said I was going to do your own research. And I should
I
put
don't need to
that
do
in
research.
there.
I can tell you plain and simple
Well, tell
that
us
tariffs
plain. Well, tell us
placed by the
plain.
US
Yeah, tell us
on
plain and
foreign
simple.
countries.
Okay.
The cost of the tariffs are being mostly paid by the US companies, those importing the products.
But well, we talk about steel and certain things, but we don't say that for everything, though, you know. But certain things for what I'm trying to make a long story short is just simply this, man. You know, just some of the tariffs, or in this case, I said most of the tariffs. I still believe that most of the tariffs are being paid by foreign countries and things in the first place. This is one of the incentives of these companies coming into America, because they already know if they're going to be paying, if they're going to be creating these products, they ain't going to stay over in these other countries, right? They have to be hit with incoming tariffs on their own product. Trump invited them and said, hey, you want to build here in America, it just takes time. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and move on to this, though, man, because I got a show I got to do. I appreciate you. I mean, I got a show that I got to run and things. But like I told you before, I want you to respect my channel. And when you are doing this, it's really condescending, you know. I gave you an opportunity. I gave you a chance. Straight like that.
And now going to claim. I'm not trying to be a dick, but you're going to claim now?
No, but here's the thing about it, though, too. Why? I mean, the thing about it, you in the UK, I'm over here in America, right? We can have a difference of opinion or whatever like that, but I know I'm right on this thing, though. I may be just early about it. You can laugh over
how tariff works doesn't change on depending on the country you're in.
Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and get the show going. Deontay ain't going to hold you up here. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to deal with this some other time here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I tried my best to teach you how tariffs work, but
okay. Well, no, you're like I'm saying, you're more welcome to come back. I'm gonna get my show going. Now I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna give you the floor where you're gonna educate me and teach me how the tariffs work. I want to be educated. When you do that, I'm just saying, I'm gonna do my other show right now. Raging, you're not blocked no more. I removed you. I appreciate you. Trying to educate me, and I'm just being. I'm not being. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, though. I'm not being condescending to you or disrespecting to you. No, I'm not. I haven't did that. I would never call you out your name. But I'm gonna have you to come up here once again. Please add me. Please add me as subscribe to me, and we can probably do this tomorrow or the next day. But when you see me come on, I'm gonna make a special slot for you to come up here and explain the whole thing. I promise you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Thank you. All right. There we go. I like that brother, though. You know, he's over here educating me, man. And like I said, I can be wrong on some things, though, too, you know. Oh, yeah, it's all good.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, it's all good, though. Yeah, it's all good. But I told him I'd leave the door open for him. Because like I said, he sounds pretty educated. Most Europeans are, though. To you people from the UK, I love the accent. It's all good. But go ahead, though, Deontay, man. So what you got on your mind, man? Mm-hmm. How you doing?
Oh, nothing. Just got off work. And glad to be on the chat with you.
Okay.
And to see what's going on.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, man. So other than that, you don't hear the echo now, right?
No, you're good. It was him. I couldn't hear him at all.
Okay. Yeah, it sounded like he had a little background noise and everything, though. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But yeah, I just want him to know that I'm gonna promise him he's gonna come back up on here on the show and he's gonna educate me, you know, in things. But like I said before, Raging Clue, you ain't like you tried. I gave you the opportunity. You're gonna come back on, so don't frame it as in I tried and he just, you know. I said I'm gonna give you I'm gonna bring him back up here though, because I really want to hear what he has to say. That's one thing. I'm not gonna attack anybody. Or go, I mean, you know, that's the thing. Now, he did come at me. He attacked me. And you got to admit, he did do it. That's why I had to put the rules up, man. So, you know. But that's either here.
Yeah, you got to put the rules up. That's real.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you talk, man. So what's been going on? What you want to talk about? Because it's the title is Black Trump Supporters.
Well, I'm a Trump supporter, 100%. Because of Trump, they don't say I became red pill because of Trump. On the real, he kept everything real when he came to his campaign. He said he gonna close the border, close the border.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, he said he gonna lower prices for his first term, and he did. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, COVID hit. Had to wear everything off because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
But before I did my own show, I had another one called Chicago Red Pill podcast with Bombay and Beyonce, one of my old high school friends. But since I moved to Wofford, we kind of like slowed down. So I figured I'd go ahead and keep it going, and start my own. And other than that, here we are. So I'm glad to be on your show.
Oh yeah, it's all good though, man. And like I said though, I ran across Deontay's channel scrolling about a year ago, man, and I said, man, that brother put that MAGA cap on, man.
Right.
It looks good though too. Yes, sir. Yeah. So. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But you brought up some interesting things about why you became a Trump supporter and things. When I first, for me, we all know Trump. He's like a facet or in our lives, first and foremost. He's been an actor, wrestling. I remember him from wrestling days, Vince McMahon.
Well, yeah, that's wrestling, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Right, exactly. Yep.
Home Alone, like you said, movies.
That's correct. Mm-hmm. That is correct. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but other than that though, yeah. So it went from that when he was a Democrat, because back in those days he was an actual Democrat.
Yeah, best friends with Mike Tyson, looked up to Tyson, fought for the man, paid for the man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how he was racist. He stood up for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he stood up for him. He was a late night talk show. He was like, no, Tyson's cool. Lady came to him around 8 o'clock at night, dancing and all that, which respecting him to do.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly though. You're right about that, man. You're right about that. But yeah, man. So when I started hearing that he was going to run, as the president of the United States of America, man, as soon as he announced his political alignment as a Republican, because remember when he was on The View? He was on The View. It was
many times.
Many of times, right? And since he was on The View many of times, he was on The View many of times, right? And people loved him. Whoopi Goldberg, she even did a stand-up for Trump before, Joy Behar,
right?
Old casting group. I think it was Barbara Walters at the time when she was also one of the panel hosts of the show and things.
They all hugged him when Trump came. When Trump came to the stage, they all hugged him, kissed him, and everything, bragged about the man, smiling. There's many clips about it.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah. If we were to wind it back to that, Deontay, remember Oprah Winfrey, my good friend Donald Trump? She said to Trump in so many words, "You should run for president." Remember that? This is back.
Yes, she did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she asked him. Yeah, literally, he asked him. She asked him on her show. He was like, "No, I don't think I want to do it. I don't think so." He said, "If I do run, that means the country be in trouble. The country be going downhill." And that's why he ran.
Right.
Twice because of that.
Right. Exactly. Yep. And that was another thing though too, because Trump was even using common sense to an age-old problem when it came down to policies in the political front and so forth, political landscape, because I believe it was Clinton. That's right. Bill Clinton was the president at that time when Trump was on Oprah Winfrey show. I'm quite certain it was, because Bill Clinton became the president in 93, I think it is. I think he became the president in 93, right?
Yeah, 92, 93. Yeah.
93. Okay, yeah, exactly. Right. So there it is, though, So walking all this down, it was no hatred on Trump whatsoever. Like you said, Trump,
no.
Tyson, it was a lot of people, right? But go ahead. All the people that
Tyson, you got Tyson, you got Jesse Jackson.
Yes.
Twice he ran for presidency.
That's correct.
And Trump paid for it.
That's correct.
Free office.
Yep.
And Trump Towers. There's a lot we can go down the list, man. There's a lady right now, I think, lives in Trump Tower rent-free for decades.
Yep.
And she gets flowers sent to her room every day.
That's right. Yep.
That's crazy. But it's
Yep. You're absolutely right. Jennifer Hudson. Yep.
Yeah, Chicago. Took care of her. What was Obama?
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Where was Obama? Trump have.
And then another thing,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Then my thing is, how come the black people they press and push on Obama hard for reparations? They keep on talking about reparations now. It's was a white president in office. They throw around reparation all of a sudden. I'm like, when you had Obama in there for 2 years, why y'all ain't fight hard for that? When you had him there,
That is an
I don't
age
get it.
question. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Deontay, that's the age-old question, right? Why didn't they have the smoke? Why didn't they have the smoke for Obama, but they have the smoke for Trump? Boy, isn't that something?
Every time.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. They keep on saying, why y'all comparing Trump and the other presidents? They presidents. Not only just that, they've been in power for the last, 16 years.
Right.
Destroying everything.
Exactly, man. Yep. And yeah, it's in this.
So I don't see how people don't want to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to wake up. They want to just stay stuck for real.
Right.
Like they say, slavery is a choice. Nah, and it's serious.
Right.
It's real serious. They call me and you coons.
Right.
Because we think different.
Right. Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yep. They call us coons, sell out. I done heard it so much, Uncle Ruckus, right? And they act like
Uncle Ruckus.
They act like we are the minority group in this thing, though, right? I mean, when you really look at it, I mean, just because everybody don't walk out with a MAGA cap on, because you got some lunatic. But if it wasn't for that, I mean, I just find this fascinating. This is a group that turned on Trump, I mean, this is the thing. Many people in this room know and love Trump. He wasn't a racist then, but they're trying to frame him as a racist now. It just does not add up, right? And right now, for you coming on here, I'm on here, backing and supporting Trump as a Trump supporter. It destroys their narrative, right? I can put a ton of people. I know people that are Trump supporters that are black, right?
Right.
I mean, this is not just a fluke with two people that's up here on the channel just talking. It's not, But I know you experienced this, Deontay, but for me, when I speak, I get people that get triggered. They get upset. I don't have to throw name calls at them and things like that because I'm disciplined, I just want them to respect the show. Mm-hmm. That's all I ask. I just have to say it countless of times. I get the so-called educated to get on here. They can't help themselves. They can't restrain themselves or whatever like that. I mean, and that's the thing.
Right, your name call.
Right. That's the whole thing about it. And we know in the debate when that happened, by forfeit, I mean, I'm automatically, let's say one, right? Just automatic because when they do the insult thing, I'm already won. Anybody know that?
Already won.
Yeah, already won. Because your inability to be able to articulate or to express or to try to explain yourself or to convince yourself, if you failed in those areas, and I get it. I mean, sometimes, some people don't have patience like other people. I just sit here and wait. But that's okay, though.
Yeah, that's all you have to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing personal, but you get some of these people that get personal of what we're doing. This is not personal, right? Trump.
No.
And another thing, though, too, I find it rich with these celebrities that's over here hating Trump now. These are millionaires and billionaires, right? They will be okay whether if it's Trump or anybody else that's the president. Ain't that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about that, Deontay? Since we're talking about this thing with these celebrities.
They not needed. You know what I'm saying? They got all this money. They're not living our lifestyle. So their word means nothing. Should be nothing at all. Just act and do your thing. They don't live like we live.
Right.
They have. They can't. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just stay to acting. That's it, man. They sending people off. They got the Swifties, the Taylor Swifties. cat ladies because of they all want to be cat ladies because of Taylor Swift. Really?
Yeah,
She can do that because she got money. But she can't keep a relationship though.
no.
And that's sad.
Yeah, it's sad though, right? But I just find it rich, man, that the day that we have to listen to what a celebrity has to say to basically tell us who to vote for. Because with the DMs on the left, that's what they basically are doing. They put these high profile celebrities in our face. We don't have the same lifestyle, while people are out here trying to struggle, trying to make ends meet, especially after the Biden era of 9% inflation. They were okay. They weren't impacted. They wasn't impacted at all.
Right.
They were living a life. They were enjoying themselves.
Even with COVID. They was living a life during COVID.
Tell it. I'm listening.
You had Prince. His wife and kids was Aspen or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he went there afterwards. I didn't go nowhere. I'm giving you guys.
Right.
Do you a billionaire? You're not gonna stay in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
You know it. You gone.
Right.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up, America.
Right.
Wake up.
Right. Yeah. And oh man, that COVID thing and all that, none of them had those restrictions, as you said. We even had a governor here, which is what we call Ratchet Hitler for Gretchen Whitmer, right? She hosted a party, did what she had to do here in Michigan, man. And while everybody else was on lockdown, she is the reason here in Michigan, because she's our governor, unfortunately, right? But she is the reason as to why a lot of these small businesses are not here anymore. There was some really nice small business restaurants. All of it went. And the only ones that were allowed to stay open was the corporations and the bigger business, man. It just yeah. It is, and I'm sure it may be like that in Illinois. I'm not for sure, if it's like that. But go ahead.
It was another governor and his wife that caught at dinner as well. I forgot who that was. During COVID, her husband and the wife. He was a governor. They all yes.
Right. It wasn't J.B. Pritzker, right? I know that's your governor.
No, it wasn't him. But it was a male.
You had Laura Lightfoot, I know, for the mayor. And then
she was bogus, man. Lori Lightfoot was bogus, man. You outside, you get locked up, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
She definitely straight from Chicago with that stuff, man. I lived it. On the real, that was petty.
Right.
Well, of course, people didn't listen when it came to the riots, tearing up Chicago. They was out there protesting and all that, no problem.
Right.
But you have a barbecue, a picnic, they shut it down.
Yep.
But you can go out there and riot, tear up Chicago, no problem. I'm like, this is insane. I was doing security at this time.
Right. You were doing security. I've heard about this stuff and things, but these are mandates. This is a reason as to why, right? When they put these mandates, all these are mandates that they put on top of the Constitution. The Constitution is the Constitution. You can't put mandates over Constitution. And this is why that stuff failed. It was challenged and it was taken down under Biden administration. We remember it very, very well. Right? This is exactly what happened, right? They had this social distancing crap stuff, Fauci and all this other claims and everything like that. It was bogus. It was all designed to usher in, because they already knew Trump was in there. And it's just mighty funny that this so-called pandemic came up. Under his administration.
They say when it comes to but when you had the 6 feet thing, it supposed to have been further than that.
Yeah,
I think it would have been like 24 feet. But the stores is like, no, that's too far out. You're making people scared. You don't want them scared. When still come to stores, reduce to 6 feet. That way, if I still come on in and still shop 24 feet, people are like, I ain't coming in. That's too far then. So, look into that. Yeah, research on that. I could be wrong, but that's what I heard around scenes.
Right. Yeah, they had it here in Michigan was 6 feet here in Michigan, though. We are,
it was 6 feet in Chicago as well.
Okay.
But they was originally supposed to be further than that.
Oh, I believe you. I got you now. Yeah.
Okay.
Got you. Yep. But yeah, man. So talking about all that, and I noticed when Trump was still the president, and I'm sure you remember it too, and things. I mean, he is a constitutional president. I mean, it's trippy.
Yep.
To me, it's funny. I had a guy in here earlier talking about Trump is unconstitutional president. And I said, well, where has this guy been at, man? I mean, you know what I'm saying, bro? Go ahead and talk on that, Deontay. I'm gonna come behind you. Go
It
ahead.
makes no sense because you got the Supreme Court, you know what I'm saying, right there to hold the Constitution to where it's supposed to be. So I don't get it.
Yeah.
There's three branches. There's three branches, and they keep forgetting about that part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So if Trump not a king, not a dictator.
Yeah, that's another thing, the king thing.
Makes no sense. Y'all out there protesting daily about no kings. If he was a king, y'all be executed or arrested. Period. So I don't get how they think like that.
Right.
I mean, then when you get Maduro, that's the dictator. They want him to be set free or have a fair trial, supposedly.
Right.
I'm like, y'all insane.
Right. The three branches of government, as you mentioned, it's a check balance system, right? To keep everybody honest, right? Executive, legislative, and judicial. It's just that simple, right? These are the key, the three elements, right? Therefore, because let the you're already seeing what the the Democratic Socialists are doing, because as I said earlier, right? If we already know if the if the Dems get into power, they already said what they're going to do. They're going to go after Trump like never before. They're going to impeach him and break him, destroy, take his businesses from him, throw him in prison, right? Then they're going to come after people like Seth. They're going to come after what's her name? Tulsi Gabbard. They're going to come at everybody in his administration, right? They'll be brought.
They done it before.
Yeah, they done it before. They done it with Stephen K. Bannon. Yep. You got it. Go right ahead.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the same thing happened in New York. You know, like everybody in New York, and then also in Fulton County. That BS.
Yep. So
and it's
go ahead.
It's funny how they quiet. I'm gonna cut you off, but it's funny how Kenny Willis quiet, Letitia James quiet, Alvin Bragg, all of them. What happened? They was on TV every day.
Yep.
Now everybody quiet.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, but you bring up a good point about them, right? You bring up a good point. I mean, the first time ever in our history that we are seeing a president that is so transparent, right? That is standing by the Constitution. We are no longer a democracy, but you hear it on the left. They want to preserve democracy, mob rules. They want to keep that thing going, keep this system going.
Right.
This is a constitutional republic for the people, by the people, right? You don't hear that coming from the left. It's for big corrupt people. Exactly, right? Yeah, go ahead.
They said it's for the people. He said it right there. It's for the people, not the government.
Right.
Period.
The people. And these people that we have there are a poor representation, right, of the people. They are the ones that have set up this criminal operation. We see it now. Trump, once again, have pulled the veil for America as well as the world to see what has been going on in America, right? Because we look at it, though. Look at it. It from this fictitious fake economy, right? We have had tariffs in this country before. What people don't really realize is that tariffs, I'm talking about not the tariffs today, but, and I do believe when I made my statement earlier about the tariffs, where the countries will be paying those tariffs like it was under, what's his name? Andrew Jackson, you know? Yeah, because he was, we can list the tariff presidents. And with these tariff presidents, that's exactly what they was doing. They was paying those tariffs, right? I'm talking about these other foreign countries, right? And this is how at one time America became so rich, because there was money coming back into America the way it was always set up under the real Constitution, under this, not this fake 16th Amendment that they wrote in. That was from the international bankers, right? the parasitical elite class,
Gotcha.
right? The deep state. This is unconstitutional and it's not right. But this is the thing about it. When we are in the golden age right now because there's things that are changing.
Yep.
It just takes time, right? It just takes
Right.
time. That's the thing about it, though. But go ahead, Deontay. Would you got something to add? I know you always got something going on to add to it. Go right ahead.
No, I was listening to you right now. I'm just thinking, I'm trying to, what else to say. Let's see, what else? My thing, just holding in there. But when it comes to Trump and all that, just holding in. It's Trump is for a long term, and I like that. The Democrat Party want everything quick, fast, right now. No, relax, take your time.
Right.
And that's why when it comes to these gas prices, I already know this is high right now, but I know short term, long term, we're good to go.
Yeah, it's
It's
going
gonna be down.
Yeah, it's going down right now. The gas. And speaking of the gas,
Right.
it's going down now.
There you go.
We're on the brink of Iran, right? Surrendering, right? Because he bombed them,
Right.
gave them a chance. Trump always gave them a chance. He did. He gave them multiple chances, right? In fact, people criticizing that Trump gave him too many chances. But that's just how Trump is. Trump just don't go in. He just give you an opportunity to basically submit to, to the United States, give up your nuclear capability, right? Come and then just leave the the IGSC or whatever, the IS you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. You guys vacate. Get out of here. There's a new regime of government. No longer we're going to have any type of ayatollahs or supreme leaders, cleric, whatever you call it, Muslims and all the rest of the stuff. No more.
Right.
People have to choose who and have electoral votes. This is what countries that are civilized. We are no longer in a monarchy these days. You know what I'm saying? We are no longer in these dictators of today. So this is the thing about it, though. But right now, man, Trump is really doing this thing. Gas prices are going down. That's why you notice they don't even bring up the gas prices no more going up. They know it's going down. You know what I'm saying? They know it's going down.
Right.
And by the end of June, it's going to be way down there. Things are going down, right? So somebody is not telling the truth. Man.
Then the SPLC, that BS going on.
Yeah.
That's kind of quiet. Nobody ain't talking about that. How they funding the KKK, which is
Oh yeah.
It's just insane. Like y'all.
The SP.
For the party switch. The Democratic Party never switch. They still breathe BS. The same tactics, the same BS.
Exactly.
Wow. That's quiet. They might talk about that though.
Right. Yeah. There's one guy that was on here. He's an influencer, but I'm just gonna call it out for what it is. I believe that he's a paid influencer, as well. Most of them are, but what they do is they come on here and put out misinformation and propaganda. He was arguing the fact that the Southern strategy, right, actually is the turning point of the great myth switch of the parties that did not happen. Because we know, what's his name? It was 7 others, but the one guy, what's his name? He was a Klansman. Let me see here. What's his name? Oh gosh, man. Oh gosh, I got so much information. What's his name? His name was he was a senator that was a Democrat that switched over to be a Republican, and he was a
Robert Byrd.
No, not Robert Byrd. It was another one before him.
George Wallace. Not George Wallace.
Let me see here. Let me look this up. I gotta stop being. Let me see here. What's his name?
I got my phone, my computer too, and my laptop phone out.
Okay. Let me see here. The senator. Let me see. Switch from Democrat to Republican. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Let me go and pull this up real quick. Strom Thurmond. There we go. Strom Thurmond.
Oh, I couldn't think of that name.
Strom Thurmond, right? Right. Strom. Oh my God.
Damn.
Yeah, Strom Thurmond, South Carolina, switched from Democrat to Republican in 1964. A major symbolic moment. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So the only way I think it was him and somebody else that's supposed to have switched, and that was it.
Yeah, yeah, it was about maybe 2 or 7 people, but I know Strom Thurmond is one for sure.
Yeah.
The time frame, because if we were to dig in Strom Thurmond's background, I do believe that he was supposed to be associated with the Klan. In fact, let's go ahead and pull that up. I do believe, and let me take a look at this is. And I believe he had some type of ties there, because many of them did, as we already know. Let me see here. Let me see here. It says sometimes linked him to the Ku Klux Klan because of his extreme segregationist record and the fact that the Klan endorsed or supported some Dixiecrat Southern segregationists caused in 1940 to 1960. The bottom line is Thurmond was a leading defender of racial segregation in the mid-20th century, but reliable historical sources confirm he was not Ku Klux Klan. Okay, because I didn't want to put that out for sure, and like I said, I can be wrong.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just okay, but at the however, let me see here. He supported something. Let me see. Looking back on his thing. Strom Thurmond was opposed to the civil rights legislature, blah, blah, blah. He used strong racial rhetoric opposing. It says here that he did use racial rhetoric opposing mixing of the races. I believe that was one of the terms back then that was going on in the 40s and the 60s. As a state senator, early in his career, he pushed for harsh measures against the Klan. In some cases include encouraging a grand jury to oppose the death penalty on a Klan member for lawlessness. He supported some bills that indirectly related to the Klan, attempting the Ku Klux Klan, attempting Ku Klux Klan property, exempting Ku Klux Klan property taxation in 1930s. But this reflects the broader white supremacist political environment in the South, not personal membership. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about that? Do you, I mean, you know, if you're over here doing, now if this would have been Trump, what would this happen? What would this be? If that was Trump.
It'd be chaos. It'd be chaos.
Yeah, he would call him a racist.
They're really trying to take him.
Right.
They're really trying to take him out. Right.
Right. Exactly. They really, exactly, right?
Take him out. They'd be
sure
really going hard.
They sure would. But we don't have a history of a switch from the Democrats, meaning plural, over to the Republican.
No.
The Southern strategy is a hoax. It really did not happen.
People say it's the ideology. That switch.
Let me see here. Wax says, some random guy, tell your guests I like the Miles poster. She like your Miles Morales poster behind, man. I'm a big Miles Morales fan as well, too, man. I watched, I got
I'm a Spider-Man fan.
Right.
Tattoo on my arm.
Spider-Man is really cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Miles Morales, man. I rocks with it, man. You know, the Spider-Verse and all this other stuff, man. I rock with it. You got that right, Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's not woke.
Mm-hmm. I know, right? Please. You know that's what happened with Star Trek, you know, the when they kind of come out the series. That thing went woke.
Right.
It broke, man. I didn't watch it. I heard about it, but I didn't watch it. Mm-hmm.
Subscribe to my channel, guys. The Deontay Ready Podcast Show.
Yes, in fact,
Subscribe.
yeah, in fact, I got to go ahead on and put that down in here for you guys to subscribe to his channel. Please subscribe to Deontay Rant's podcast show, as he mentioned, and things. So, hey, Black Guy 9, who knows, Brian Reedy, you guys that know, I think Brian Reedy know you too. Go ahead and put his information.
Yeah, Brian.
Yeah, Brian, if you still on, Brian Reedy. Yeah, go ahead and put his information down in there, man, you know? And then that way we'll have it and things. I appreciate it. I need to pin it and stuff up here too. In fact, let me do this here. I think I want to make sure. Let me see here. Let me see here. Let me see here. All right, let me see here. All right. Okay, let's see here. Is it easier for you to chat in my room there, Deontay, to put you put the rant?
Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah, do that, and then I'm gonna go
Do it
ahead and
now.
pin it. Yep, I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna go ahead and pin that up too. Let me see here. Man, I tell you, yeah. And I welcome you guys into the chat as well too. Thanks for hanging out with your boy, man. It's been really cool. Okay.
Yeah, hello chat. How you guys doing?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody weekend is going all right.
Yep. All right, there it is. So I want you guys to subscribe to Deontay Rant Waves podcast show. I pinned it there as well too. So the pin would stay there and things. So you guys see it. So go ahead and subscribe to this brother's channel, man. I like his channel. I've been rocking with him for a little while.
Appreciate it.
No problem at all, man. Oops.
Breaking news for you.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to do that. All right, let's go ahead and get that out of here. But yeah, but go ahead though. Just wanted to talk about that. But yeah, so let me see here. Okay, so yeah, so we were talking about that. What else we were talking about? I know we talked about the Southern Strategy, SPLC. What about the gerrymandering in the first place before the redistricting and things? Yeah, what about that?
I'm glad the Supreme Court doing their job and letting them know you can't do this about race. That's crazy. I'm so happy. No more cheating. Now everybody can go ahead and vote the right way. You gotta vote blue, no matter who.
All right, let me see here. Where's the other camera at? Okay, let me get you back. Okay, cool. All right, let me get you back on here. All right, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I know I've talked about this before too. I talked about this with a friend of mine. I had some friends that visit me from Canada and stuff like that. I've been knowing for a long time. And yeah, so I was explaining about, you know, when it come down to the gerrymandering, when they had was it the Voter Act? You know, I think it was 1964. But when they put that voting act into place, it actually, once again, we're talking about segregation, which is what blacks should have been. They were against it, but they segregated when they did the gerrymandering, right? They took their black districts, right, and they carved it up in a particular area, right, or district. And then they had for black representation to represent them only. Make a long story short. But the problem is that these people that many blacks voted because they voted for them because they were black, right? Let's just still to say it for the most part of it. And what the stuff that they promised Now I wasn't around in '64, but the stuff that they promised obviously didn't come into fruition because we have went from having neighborhoods. We had a 2-family unit home, right? Black men and black women were married over 80% at one time. If you were to look at the statistic, I mean the census and so forth, we came from 2-family homes, right? All that went away when we also talk about when they came in here. Then they allowed the Great Society, right? We're talking about the Welfare Act of 1965. After that, we start seeing a decline on marriages. Black women were offered, if they had a child out of wedlock, if they weren't married, the government said, we'll step up and be that baby's stepfather. And that's exactly what happened. It broke up the family unit. Right along with these black, supposed to be representing the black community, and they were just getting paid. They didn't do anything in the black community. So while we have hoods and ghettos right now and so forth, gangs came out. Came out. It birthed the gangs, right? Because they didn't have a father or any type of male support, right? This is what birthed the gang members, right? Gang banging, all this other stuff that happened. That's what came out of this stuff, you know. We're talking about disenfranchised.
Yeah, the mothers.
Right, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. Because you had the mothers also, a young man. Perfect example. I'm 14 years old, living with my auntie. She telling me I'm the man of the house. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I get what she's trying to get at. No, where's your husband at? Where's your man and your boyfriend at? You know? Need better structure. That's what it said right quick. I'm going to cut you off.
Yep. No, you good, man. Not a problem at all. You are good. Yep. I was over here responding to Wax anyway, but yeah. And we talk about the family nucleus that the Democrats broken up. And the blacks that was the representatives, many of them just had a ride. They just rolled, man, out of just being black, just having a D next to their name, you know? And therefore, they were the only ones. Because whites can go in there and compete in there in these black, it was already disenfranchisement. We're talking about underserved communities, right? We're talking about crime, violence, drugs, gang activity, right? Prostitution, all these things happen, man. And we started seeing a decline in these black neighborhoods. It started getting violent. The 70s rolled around, man. It was off the hook, man. The 70s, the 80s, the 90s. Oh, my goodness, man. This is all failed policies coming from the left, right? And this is an actual fact in regards to that. So this is why I don't believe black, so-called black representation when it comes down to the political forum, because they have shown since 64 up into the modern day, they have not shown 60 some odd years, haven't shown anything. We don't have nothing tangible. It's just a bunch of lip service. It's a bunch of excuse making. It's a bunch of blaming like they're doing now. You know, that's all they have, right? And one thing that I'm really just bogged my mind is that why haven't we saw this back in the day? Why were they afraid to call out these so-called politicians? Had that would have been white or anyone else in the neighborhood, they would have been primaried out a long time ago or impeached.
I don't know. It's a good question. Good question. And for me, my grandma had 11 kids. My grandma from Mississippi, she had 11 kids. Out of 11 kids, she had all girls. And all the girls, a lot of kids. And all of them was on welfare. Maybe 2 or 3 of them got real jobs. But that's a generational curse right there. That generational BS. They all on welfare.
Right.
I'm a little product of that.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
Yeah. A lot of us.
I was raised by women. Guys are really around. I have my uncles, but it was mostly women that raised me.
Right.
And that's,
Right. That's
But
you're telling the truth.
Yeah, they did. But what I'm trying to get at, they the product of the government BS.
That's correct.
And when they get off of it.
Yep.
And then my sisters on it, cousins on it. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Section 8.
Yep. Yep. The birth.
And guess what? And then now they mad at me because
Yeah.
I'm a Trump supporter. Or not just that, I'm a Republican. I'm American first, period. Meaning Trump from, you know what I'm saying, ends his term in 2 years, whatever. I'm gonna still be MAGA. I'm gonna still be American first.
Right.
And they mad at me being a Trump supporter. I mean, being a Republican. I'm like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, y'all see what's going on? So they like, well, you ain't invited to barbecue, you ain't invited to birthday parties. You know, I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, I guess I'm the black sheep of the family.
Right, exactly, right. Yeah, and you're going to be the black sheep of the family, though, too. You know, and you're not the only one that's being the black sheep of the family. A lot of us are, but that's going to be all right because we voted for Trump. We support Trump as black because again, the black or other Democrats, black, white, or ever, never gave us no tangibles of nothing. They said, well, what Trump gave you tangibles? Yes, he did, because he stopped the influx of illegals coming into our country, illegal aliens that were taking a lot of these jobs, right? They don't want to talk about that. And they added more crime to the crime that was already happening. We already had enough. They brought them in here and put them directly into black neighborhoods, right? That disenfranchised black folks anyway when they started bringing these illegals in here, right? Because they were the ones that were criticized. Go ahead.
And that's what Trump was saying. That's what Trump was saying about the black jobs. You bring these illegals in into black neighborhoods, they are taking black jobs.
That's correct.
But, you know, liberals and Democrats, they thinking, oh, racist. No, he's telling you. They're not going to these suburbs, they're not going to high houses, suburbs, and all that. They're going straight to the hood.
Right.
Especially in Chicago. And then they went from sweeping in front of the police station to into hotels and motels and nice houses. Where everybody's still sleeping under the viaducts, the veterans sleeping under the viaducts still, or in front of the hospital while the illegals got treated real nice. Now we're about to lose the Bears because Brandon Johnson spent all the money in the illegals, now the Bears from the league. This is just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yep, and this is it. This is what we've been dealing with. It's just that I'm still there's just some people that are, we're talking about black issues in the black neighborhoods right now that was caused by the left-leaning policies, as we were both been up here talking about, me and Deontay, we've both been talking about this stuff, ladies and gentlemen, right? But even with the white liberals, right, if they can really be honest with themselves, right, because it messes with their reality or their narrative when they see me and you with a MAGA cap on or Make America Great. They just lose their ish, man. They cannot understand as to why that is. I said, you got to be kidding me. He stopped the influx of illegals coming into this country. We're talking about 15 to 25 mil that came in through these borders. They came in here, right? They were not vetted. We did not know who they are, right? You also had cartel. You had all kind of filth and pedos and rapists and all kind of stuff coming in here.
Yeah, it was mostly men. From the videos they had, it was mostly men coming through the borders.
It sure was.
Period. It was like, man.
Right. Because, the Dems needed their foot soldiers. These are their foot soldiers. They're going to use them later. Some of them, when they have been apprehended and rounded up, Trinidad, Alagra, right, MS-13. These are their, what we call their insurgency, right? That's about to take place, right? Because the midterms are coming, right? Now that ICE have been given a go-ahead, they got the funding now, right? To be able to go in here, make these arrests and round them up for deportation, process them, and get them up on out of here, man. And that's what has to happen. Once again, Trump is saving America by saving the black community first, because that's where a lot of them are. That's one thing about it, because these liberals, they didn't want them around them. Remember when they came into Texas? No. What did Gregory Abbott did? He rounded them up and sent them over to Marcus Vineyard. That was funny. Y'all remember that? Man.
Yeah, that was a good thing.
Yeah, it was a great thing, though. And that's exactly what ended up happening, though, right? So it was a contradictory right there. They always contradictory of themselves, right? They always say how good it would be to have these people. We want to give them an opportunity. Even Cammie even said, oh yeah, the dreamers and stuff, the sanctuary cities and stuff, and how would it be wonderful for them to be Americans. We should have no borders. We shouldn't have no any of this type of thing. Well, we would want open borders. But go ahead, Deontay.
So think about it. Okay, Obama deported 3 million up out of here.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, everybody go start voting red. Floodgates open.
Yep.
Bring the legals in. Like y'all don't see that, like how the 6-7, the BS, like y'all. The Democrats show you right. They say the quiet part out loud, and they show it.
Yep.
And people still don't see it. The left, these dumb Democrats.
Yep. Exactly, man.
I don't know.
And like I said before, that was the policy I liked. The one of the only policies I like with Obama was the fact about when he didn't do what Trump had to do. He actually had to send ICE agents into these neighborhoods, right? Mostly black and brown neighborhoods, went in there to get them out of here, right? Now, here's the thing about it. Obama, all he had to do is basically say about face when they were trying to come in here illegally, right? Because Obama only wanted the Muslims in this country. You know, he did bring them in here, which like I said, he allowed them to come in here, right? We have more Somalia here and others, and then put them in these other type of cities, right? But with certain groups of people, they were told about face to get up on out of here, right? And I mean, this is one of the reasons that he get credit for saying that he deported more illegals out of the country. They weren't even in America in the first place. You know, it was about face. He stopped them at the border, told millions, I mean, not millions, I don't know how many it was, but they're saying it had to be millions because they're saying it was a lot more than Trump. And I guess so, because they never touched foot on American soil. That was at the gate. They told him about face and go back. Yeah. And that's exactly what ended up happening. Yeah.
Never speaking about the ICE agents. It was funny how the ICE agents was treated real nice under the Obama administration. They had ABC News, excuse me, the ABC News anchor do a ride along with the officers, with the ICE officers. She did a ride along with the ICE officers. They were nice to her and everything,
right?
And she had a good time with them. No issues. Nobody was protesting. Nobody was arguing. None of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy how. And then you get Tom Homan, the same guy.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Same guy Obama had, Trump got. So I'm like, how y'all get mad at the same guy that deport the same before?
Right.
It's mind blowing.
Mm-hmm. It's mind blowing. It's mind blowing, man. It really is, though. You know, it is mind blowing, man. And that's the thing about it. But with Trump, right? Once again, to let people know, there's a lot of reasons as to why you have more. What was it? It was originally that jumped on board. Was it 12%? I think it was 12% with Trump in the second term, right? Most of them were black men. I do believe majority of them young black men that jumped on board and said that they were voting for Trump. The numbers might have went up from 12% to 16% the last that I checked, right? So of black supporters of Trump. Now 16% is a lot. 12% is a lot, to really be honest, because really the history of far as what I'm not saying the history, but for the Republicans for the longest time, right? They never really had to rely on the black vote to win. These people are seeing the nonsense in the Democrat, the hypocrisy, the lies, right? And the spin that they've been doing for so many years. But when I talk about James Clyburn, right, I talk about these other people, right, besides him. Who else? We talked about Maxine Wicked West Waters and so many of these other types of people, right? We got, what's his name? The newcomer, Justin Pearson, right? Mr. Afro Man, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, right on, brother. Right on. Yeah, brother.
Right.
Oh man, yeah. So you're seeing these people, and now that the redistricting happened, right? And it's because again, the redistricting is constitutional. What gerrymandering is unconstitutional. Yeah. So go ahead and elaborate on that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the color is all about race. You can't use you can't use election based on race. Period.
Right.
Earn your vote.
Yep.
And then when it comes to Democrats, go ahead and vote red. It's okay to vote red, Democrats. It's okay at least one time in your life vote red,
Yep.
and this be the time to do so. Real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad the Supreme Court did their thing. That they looked at the Constitution like, wait a minute, y'all doing this based on race? Oh no. Let the people vote how they want to vote. Ain't no vote blue no matter who.
Right.
And same thing, no vote red gonna get misled. Come on, you guys.
Yeah.
Let's have some fun with this. America ain't that hard to live in because people are dying to get here.
Right.
And I heard a story where it was a guy, he was here for 30 years, got 2 restaurants, a lot of money, good family, but for 30 years, he didn't get his papers done. And he got deported, and then everybody would cry and go on social media talking about ICE is bad and Trump is bad.
Right.
No, the man had 30 years to get his papers together and stay with no problem.
Yep.
That's yeah.
Yeah. But you're absolutely right, though. You're absolutely right. But we are seeing a turnaround. Go ahead.
Yeah, we seeing the turnaround. Yeah, you're right. We seeing the turnaround.
Yeah, we're seeing the turnaround. And it's only getting better, because they act like the black community is going to remain to be the same, like it is, like it always is. I had a woman that was in here yesterday. I believe she was a black woman, and that's okay, whatever color she is. But she said that when I brought up about the Trump investment program, right, and I went over this yesterday, where they already, I think the people can actually enroll by July the 4th, 2026, where the United States, right, we're talking about, there is a fund, right? In fact, let me go ahead and pull this up again, right? Let me see here, because I went over this yesterday, and things, and I think it's under Save America. No, that's the voting thing here. I think it's under investments. I think that's where it was. All right.
Yeah, I'm reading the chat. Somebody named EE saying Trump don't care about your skin color, and that's fact. Like, why would people go to people chats or say that to somebody? Like, I don't know Trump. I really don't care if you do like me. I voted for his policy. Period. But these people are insane.
Right.
Oh, he's a bot. He wants to saying the same thing over and over again. Get him out of there.
Right.
He gone.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's the thing about it, though, man. They come in here all the time making these baseless claims, man. Here it is. It's on the Trump accounts. There it is. I went over this yesterday. For them to say that Trump don't care about your color. And Trump don't care about color at all, because color don't matter. That's the thing about it.
Right.
Because we're all Americans. Color don't matter. It doesn't. It doesn't. But what's going on? Look at this here. Boy, $1,000, man, to be added into Amy's account as of the July the 4th. Any baby that was born in, 2025, after Trump has been inaugurated, of course, up until now. Yeah. They're going to get $1,000 starting off here, right, into their accounts by completing the form 4547. That was done purposely. Download the app. Here it is, launching July 4th, 2026. Big things start with small steps, right? So there it is. Jumpstart their future. Build children's financial foundation right from the beginning with $1,000 from the U.S. Treasury, right? Your child has a huge head start on American Dream. The power of time in the market. Your account balance will grow over time on its own, whether you choose to contribute additionally or not. You may contribute up to $5,000 per year. Accelerate gains. This is a beautiful thing. This is the stuff I went over yesterday, right? So here it is. Trump is not only just saying a good thing or just talking, he's actually showing us tangibles. Unlike the Democrats, they just talk, but we don't see nothing. They promise something. When they get in office, they change it. It's a bait and switch. And they blame who? Trump.
Yeah.
They're going to blame somebody else. This is the strategy of the Democrat Party.
Brandon Johnson and Menani.
Right.
Perfect example.
Yeah.
Property taxes. I'm gonna raise property taxes.
Right.
I ain't gonna tax you guys. Get in, tax everybody.
You're absolutely correct. You are absolutely correct there, Deontay. You're absolutely correct. This is exactly what is going on, right? And then, and then we're talking about Trump and the investments that have been made in America, right? The total U.S. and foreign investments are $10.6 trillion, right? We have companies like UAE, foreign investment, $1.4 trillion. Qatar, foreign investments, $1.2 trillion. Japan, foreign investment, $1 trillion, right? These are trillions. Meta, $6 billion. Apple, $6 billion. Saudi Arabia, foreign investment, $6 billion. EU firms, $6 billion. NVIDIA, $503 billion, right? $503 billion. SoftBank, AOI, and Oracle in total, $5 billion. India foreign investment, $5 million. South Korea investment, $450 million, right? Amazon, $340 billion, right? Look at all these all these companies, man, that are investing in America. But it's actually investing in America. We haven't seen investment like this from no other politician or president other than Trump. Boy, and I would love to show this, but you know where I'm getting this information is straight from the WhiteHouse.gov. But they say, well, I don't believe any of that stuff. Because you're gonna have some never Trumpers out here, right? Never Trumpers. Right? And my channel is not designed to convince never Trumpers or Trump derangement syndrome, right? But it's for people that saying, the brother make a good point. I'm not getting this straight from the man himself, which is Donald J. Trump. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Now, I met Corey Lewandowski. I met this guy. He was the original campaign manager to Trump. He was the one, Corey Lewandowski, man. I got photos of me and him, right? I met Don Jr., 2024, when they were running, right? I was out there, took pictures of the tour bus and stuff, been to many rallies. But I met him, right? I talked to him in the car, I said, hey, Corey, man, I said, so he gave me he said, I was the one that gave Trump the idea of him going down the golden escalator, announcing his presidential, campaign, because he was announcing that he was going to be running, right? So I said, no, I didn't never know that, but he was telling me this stuff, right? And he said, man, so we got to talking about politics and stuff. And I had my channel then. This was in 2024, but my channel was real young, man. I at the time. But I mentioned to him, man. Corey, I said, yeah. I said, my channel and stuff, man, look out for me and whatever like that. But but ever since then, but I'm just saying that's a little history of, I met him. Let me see who else. Let me see. But I say Don Jr. It was another one because he was there, and he gave that speech and everything like that. But man, it's a beautiful thing. But getting back on our point, man, there's a lot of companies, right? Look at Ford Motor Company, $20 billion. John Deere, $20 billion. I think Uber too. Uber invested money into, I believe it is. Let me see. Let me just double check. No, you know what? Uber is doing. Uber is actually doing the $1,000 child, the Trump investment thing for children. Uber is investing in. Dell Computer and others have invested in on that.
Oh, be careful, they might boycott Uber. The lefties.
I know, right?
Careful.
Yeah. Well, I think it already has, though. To be honest, though, they found out that. Uber has some investment, and this is for the children. They hate this man so much, man. They hate Trump so much, and it says here, since President Donald J. Trump returned to the White House, right, his American First, right, economy policies have sparked trillions of dollars in new investments in the U.S. Manufacturing, technology, and infrastructure, right? This is what they're doing right here. They already have done it. They're investing in this country. We didn't have that before. This is huge, man. Huge. What do you think, though, Deontay?
I'm happy.
Yeah. I mean, you got companies and stuff like that. But I mean, and that's for the investment part, man. We talked about the Trump accounts. We talk about Save America. Now, I'm gonna let you talk about Save America and things. I'm talking about the Save America Act. You know, the voting thing.
Oh, cause yeah, I'm with it. It makes sense to have ID to vote. Have ID for everything else, and it makes sense to keep it that way. Because going on a party that's Chinese illegal. They said a Chinese guy came from China, came to America, voted, went back to China. Somebody, I believe, one lady had a dog vote. Dead people voting. So yeah, we need IDs to be in hand, physically given to the person, and go from there. We need all that. Yeah,
Right.
and they should have ICE. And they should have ICE agents at the polls too.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, the ICE agent.
Have the ICE at the polls.
Uh-huh.
On the real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So do you think that they're gonna have ICE agents there at the polls? Since we're talking
They mentioned it, I don't know. I mean, if they do, I'm with it. I hope they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you see any type of insurgencies, riots, Antifa? Do you see any of that at these polls? Or can you foresee that?
What'd you say?
Can you foresee that ICE agents being at those polls?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because we already know, though, it's in the summer. They did have a summer of love last year, if you remember. Are we overdue for another summer of love?
I don't know. In Chicago, keep on doing these team takeovers, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's another thing with the Democrats want to defund the police. And that's hurting the community.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, back to the parents. What are the parents that how we got 500 kids, 3 in the morning running around on top of people's cars and buses and all that? Wow. Makes no sense.
Right.
I don't know. I'm afraid to be optimistic in God's saying that they don't be no crazy summer of love. They do be love, happiness.
Right. Yeah. You know, my take on it with the teen takeover, I think the deep state, they're testing the water with the teen takeover.
Okay.
And I think this is their preliminary, their introductory to what's really to come. Because we already know Antifa, this group hasn't gone away. You know, you also have their other foot soldiers. You have some of these gangs that still have survived being deported, and it could be waiting somewhere, which is what I'm going to anticipate. Because right now, they're going to have to throw out all the stops. They know the midterms. The Democrats know that they won't get the midterms, but they're going to go out fighting anyway, right? To try to stall, to try to, that's why we got all this lawfare stuff right now. This is another tactic, right? If they can hold it up and tie this stuff up in court to buy them some time. Every time Trump make a decision, this is people that are overstepping their judicial system, right? And it should not be the case. We never seen this before. We never seen this with Obama. We never seen this with Biden. We never seen this with Bush. We never seen this before, right? So these people that are working on the, I want to say the same old Russia, the Steele dossier and all the rest of that stuff. These are their people. These foot soldiers are still out there. They're in the judicial system, right? They're already there. You know what I'm saying? They are there. You have other people that are there as well. You know, you have the media as well. The media don't work on the behalf of the people. It works on behalf of the deep state propaganda machine. That's exactly what it is, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because they're not talking about this stuff. And the stuff that they talk about is going to be called spin narrative, right? Coming with propaganda and not the truth. So that's another thing, though. But with all these companies coming into America, this is a win for America. This is why Trump said America is the hottest country on the planet right now, because we have so many trillions and billion-dollar investors that are investing in America, right?
Right.
So this is another thing, though, too. And I'm going to talk about it with the guy, what's his name, Something Clueless. We're going to really get into it when I have him back on the show, because I am going to bring this up. This is coming straight from the White House. Because if all these investments, I'm just trying to get him to see, but what the point is that all these investments are possible because of tariffs, right? And if the business, if the American business are paying the tariffs, it's only going to be a certain. In my personal opinion, I believe that it's only going to be temporary. In my personal opinion, with these American companies paying these tariffs, to a point, to some of these things, depending on what it is. I don't think it's going to be always the case, right? Because when we look at it, revenue is coming into this country. You know what I'm saying? It's coming into this country. That's the main thing. That's the main thing. America is winning. We are in a better place now than we ever have been before. Why? Talk about these nuances and these little things. Let's talk about what they already have been doing, right? It's the hottest country on the planet right now is America, man. We got real leadership. We don't have this wishy-washy, because again, they would want to hide in the folds. We didn't have transparent presidency other than Trump. We got transparent presidency. Look at this. Look at the stuff that's going on right now, boy. It's a beautiful thing. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, man. But other than that, though, man, I'm gonna have to shut this down, man. I am overdue, man. I am overdue.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. We're gonna do it again, Deontay. When you want to do this thing again, man? It don't have to be. Yeah, because I'm gonna get on your channel next time.
Appreciate it. I can go tomorrow. No, I mean, up to you, bro.
Okay. Yeah, we can. We'll try to. If you want, we can try to do something tomorrow. And things. So yeah, we can do something tomorrow, because I'm about to get ready to head to work. I'm gonna be working nights, but after that, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, because tomorrow, I get off at 6.
Okay. That sounds pretty good, and we'll do it again.
Okay, but other than that, during the week, I'm off, so I'm free all week. After that, Monday through Thursday, I'm free, not working. So
that sounds good. I'm gonna come on your channel, man. That's only fair at this point and things. So, ladies and gentlemen,
thank you.
You're very welcome. Once again, let's hear it, and let's hear a round of applause to a new friend of mine, Deontay Rants, right? Podcast show. You know, I put it up there in the pen though too. Appreciate it. We appreciate you.
Some people have subscribed. They have. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, they subscribe. I'm sure they have though too. So yeah, it's all good. And yeah, I'll come on your show, man. You know, that's cool. Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, if we want to do it tomorrow, come on show tomorrow.
Yep, sounds good to me. Yep, sounds good to me. All right, you got any closing thoughts?
God is in control. Stay focused. Be patient. And love each other.
Sounds good.
Most of all, love yourself.
You heard that from Deontay, you guys. Once again, this is your boy Tony Love. Yep. We're about to sign on off and things like that. See, they're in a real heated with Ryan. He been on my channel before, Ryan K.
Thanks, Black Guy. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Black Guy 9. That's a good brother right there. Brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got Texas Jane. Boy,
oh yeah, Texas be on my channel.
Mm-hmm. I can't leave out Wax, boy. Wax been waxing that, you know what, boy. And see here, she been on. He or she been on here. I don't know the gender yet. Wax nightmares. Yeah, she been on her thing though, on her game, for sure. She or he, I'm sorry. All right, let me see here. But yeah, man, it's been all good. I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, guys. I appreciate all my mods, man. Brian Reedy, you already know, man. I've seen him on your channel. Yep, I said, yeah, it's Brian Reedy. Yeah, Black Guy 9 in the house. Where my thing at real quick? I got to go ahead and give my special salutes. There you go.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, I see it. Plot reveal. Okay. All right. That sounds pretty good, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about Tulsi Gabbard, bro. I'm saying, Trump talking about how Tulsi brought some evidence about Obama. So,
yeah.
Quick little video, 6 minutes long.
Okay. All right. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check it. You already got that already done already, huh?
Yeah, I did it yesterday.
Okay. I missed that one, but I like your stuff, so I'm going to definitely get on there and check it out, too. You're very welcome. And ladies and gentlemen, we're about to shut it down, though. You have any closing thoughts for Deontay? Do you guys have any closing thoughts? Black Guy 9 says, later, Gator. Until next time. Yep. All right. There's Brian Reedy. Yep. Like always, open and close. Yeah, get him, Jane. Yep, they on the battle over here. All right. All right. But other than that, though, I appreciate you all. Oh, yeah, Angelica. Oh, man, Angelica, where you been? She's one of my old mods. Angelica remember me back in 2024. Oh, my goodness, man. Boy, Angelica, I ain't seen. Hold on, I got to do it right. Hold on. Whoops. That's the wrong one. I got to do it right here. Here you go. That's the one there, But, yeah. All right. So other than that, man, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace and chicken grease. And for the rest of you, I'll see y'all tomorrow as well. We're going to be over there on Deontay Rant podcast channel tomorrow. Be there or be square.
Yes.
And chicken grease. All right.
Thank you, guys.
My brothers, my sisters, and others. Go ahead now. Even my brothers from another mother. Sisters, too. All good. All right. I hate long goodbyes. All right, then. I'll see you tomorrow, Deontay.
All right.
Okay. Bye now. All right, guys. Yep. So I'm about to go ahead and shut it down, boy. But I appreciate you guys. I'm going to be on his in his space tomorrow, Boy, look at that here. Let me go ahead and bring that back down. Oops. Okay, there we go. Yep. Boy. But I appreciate you guys. Yeah, there he is right there. I'm posting him up. Deontay Rants Waves. I got to get that in there too. Podcast show, right? There it is, guys. He's giving everybody blessings to everyone. Boy, we got Angelica. Boy, you here. Yes, you are. I ain't seen you forever. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Boy, I ain't seen you forever, though, You got down here MAGA. That's right. MAGA for life. MAGA. Not maggots, but MAGA. Make America great again. How can you be against making America great again? But ladies and gentlemen, boy, but it's been fun, though. Talking about all the wonderful things of Trump. And what he had done for America, for everyone. America. But yeah, but it's been good, though, guys. It's been good, man. And I appreciate all the likes as well, too. You know what I'm saying?
Please like, comment, and subscribe, please.
Go ahead now. That's what's up, though. Y'all have to listen to the lady and things like that. Did I miss any super chats? Let me just double check before I log off. I never miss a super chat. I just want to double check because you got to get recognition. You got to be recognized, though, And I'm going to have the other brother back up here, too, man. I'm going to have him up here. I'm going to have him because I want to be educated on this, though. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I ain't running. But I want him on here, though. He said he was going to come back. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all like that British accent. Yeah, I just wanted to know. What are you trying to say? Because I'm not clear in regards to how you were saying about the tariffs. I just love the accent. When they keep them on there and disagree with us, I keep hearing that accent, man. But it's all good. Texas J. But it's all good. We're going to get him on here. He said he's going to come back. So, yeah, that's cool. And anyone else that want to come up, you know? Yep. But I appreciate you guys, though, man. I really do. Yep. It was kind of cool. But yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Shut it down, though. I hope y'all enjoyed this, you know what I'm saying? This particular live stream here. Your boy, Tony Tone, in the house, though, man. Captain Howdy 14, I'm still blocked because I don't agree. USA, the land of the free. What the? Captain Howdy? Maybe I came in on something, though. I'm not for sure. I haven't been keeping up in the chat. I have not been keeping up with the chat. Sorry, but yeah. All we ask is that you do have free thought, but we just don't want you insulting people. My rules are pretty simple, right? We just want to get along and get along, man. Black MAGA are dumber than the white ones. Oh my gosh. Patrice, are you Patrice? You're not a Patrice Mumrumba, right? You're not that Patrice we already know. Patrice, is that a man? Is that really a woman's name or a man's name? Patrice. Patrice, is that a woman? I'm not trying to clown him. Is Patrice a woman's name or a man's name? I just wanted to know. What do y'all think is Patrice before I go? I got to get out of here. Yeah, he said, yeah. Oh, my goodness, boy. Let me get out of here, guys. You guys have been great, and I'll see y'all tomorrow on Deontay Rant Raves podcast, man. We're going on his show tomorrow, man. I'm going to be on there. Boy, it's going to be a good time. Good time, boy, I tell you. We're going to probably kick it off about 6. Captain Howdy, Black Guy 9 blocked me because I didn't agree with you. Patrice is trans. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, one thing about it, we only acknowledge 2 genders. One male and one female. So whatever you were born with, that's what you are, right? We don't have policies recognizing trans anything, right? So we only see 2 genders. It always will be 2 genders. You know what I'm saying? Does that make me a hater? Because it shouldn't. You got to take that up with God. I ain't the one that created the laws and the rules. It was God. You got to take that up with him. But let me go and get on out of here, ladies and gentlemen. It was fun in the sun, right? And I will see you guys on the next. Man, I had time, I would have did the Democrat clown show, but we'll do that next time. We had Jason Petrus in here earlier. Oh, man, we had Brian Reedy, my members, you know, and things like that. Texas Jane, boy. We also have Black Guy 9, man. Did we have Howard in here earlier, boy? Well, we have Angelica. Boy, I ain't seen you forever, girl. Where you been at, boy? That's what I wanted to know. Where you been at? But it's all good. It is all good, man. Yeah, like I said, though, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to say, Stephen, America will always have Sambos. Oh, my goodness, man. But like I said, you cannot convince never Trumpers or Trump derangement people. This is not what this channel is about. But other than that, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Be there or be square. I am out of this bitch. I ain't going to say it like that. Where's my what's the name? We got to put the Star Spangled Banner up. Whoa, where my Star Spangled Banner at? Where is it? Okay, we're going to put it up here. Hold on for a minute. All right, we're going to put Star Spangled Banner up here. Where is it? Okay, let's go ahead and get it on up here. Yep, we're going to go ahead and roll out with that. I always got to put that big, beautiful flag up there, too. You know how we do, because we just love being Americans, man. America. Boy, don't you just love being in America? Boy, the land of the free and the home of the brave. So let me go ahead and put that flag back up. I'm going to get back on my regular. Oh, there it is. There's the flag. Boy, Star Spangled Banner, man. Boy, we're going to play it. Yep, the Star Spangled Banner. Copyright free. All right. But I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all been great. Hope it ain't too late, but it's great. Boy, I'm looking forward to the 4th of July. Let me tell you, man. It's a beautiful thing. But I am going to have that brother back up here to explain about these tariffs, man. We really are going to do it. I'm very sincere about that if he's listening. Told him that's my word. He let me know. But other than that, though, I'm out.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so